All right, and it looks like the machine says we are live, and it's the My Part of Town podcast. At the beginning, I always play a little video to get things opening up. Of course, you might hear my dirty PlayStation running in the background. Fuck you guys, I love that goddamn John Madden. I'm gonna play some while I'm waiting for this video to go through. But past that, I'm Mr. C the Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl the Bad Boy. This is the My Part of Town podcast show, all about Philadelphia city life and all kind of city life going on around town. The wine, the food, the drinks, the crime, the people, everything inside and outside. Hello, hello, hello. Here's my wonderful face. Yay. But we're going to get this bad boy up and running. I'm going to get the videos kicking, and then you guys can lay back and chillax and enjoy the entertainment. Uno momento. Also, we may have some of our guest hosts coming in later. Maybe Mr. BAS will come on through. Volo M Tautology, aka VMT the Mastodon, also may come through. So we'll see how that all goes. And past that, thanks for checking out the show. Again, I'm Mr. the Enforcer. Our Philly bio of the week is a lady named Nancy Walker, who is an actress. Our video of the day from our Skipbacks radio page is a great talented dancer. Her name is Yo Apolinario. She was on So You Think You Can Dance. And we did a great interview with her at Dash Radio. So I'm going to play that for you guys. So you can check it out. And let's see what we got going on.
About to witness a seismic event.
Daddy, can you put on Skipbacks radio?
No, go to bed.
Okay, yeah, that's the promo.
I find your dancing skills questionable. Your carriage is weak, your toes are soft, your legs have no pop, and you have no fights. But then again, you are on Skipbacks Radio. And everybody welcome to Skipbacks Radio with Dash Talk X. We always here kicking mad butt. And tonight we got wonderful talent from the place to the east, to the west, to the down, to the south, to the north, to your motherfucking mouth. Get ready, shake your booty, and get ready for Miss Eurelis Apolinario.
Welcome. Flawless delivery, Carl.
That was an introduction. I like that. Okay.
So you see why we always ask him to lead us off?
Welcome.
Like, no one can top it. No one can top it. I was holding my breath until you were pronounced that name correctly, by the way, Carl.
Yeah,
Well done.
that's what we were all waiting for.
Yeah.
It was great. It was awesome.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Well, Yoey, thanks for joining us, Joe. We're excited to have another Tampa native in the building.
Ooh,
Love our
813.
Tampa Bays.
Pat,
Tampa
shout
Bay.
out. These listeners are getting so fucking tired of me talking about Tampa. Like
Tampa Bays.
every time I can, I'm like, yeah, Tampa's shit, Florida, boy. And then meanwhile, everybody else in here is like, Devin, you're crazy. Florida is fucking fanatical. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Well, we start every episode with a breakdown of a movie, a TV show, music video, stand-up comedy special, whatever the guest likes. And today, in honor of our esteemed, lovely guest, we are breaking down some dance movies. She is a professional, dancer is too limited of a term. I would say artiste of the body. Is a little bit better. Well, you gotta put personality. Anyone can just dance. I mean, my ass can get up there and just dance. That doesn't mean I'm good.
I'd like to see that.
Well, you give me a couple tequilas in me, the salsa and merengue will come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so we had a question before the show, and you got an answer. But what is your favorite dance movie? Like, what are some of your favorites, or what's your all-time like? Oh, when I think of dance and film, this is what comes in my
Magic
head.
Mike 2.
Oh, yes.
Why the second one? Is that your favorite, Thomas?
Well, no, I was just more obscure than saying the first one.
I was gonna say, man, you're gonna find a harsh audience of that because Channing's from Tampa too.
Yeah.
I know.
That first movie was
I
filmed
know.
there. Shout out to my boy, and
It's
I've done my
relevant.
time on a male's review stage. Okay.
Well, the second one had
Ooh.
Donald Glover, so it gets like a step up above the
It
first one.
does.
Very
It does.
true. Very true.
Mhm.
Love.
Can't pass that.
Anyway,
love
what's
it
your
sometimes.
favorite?
Yeah.
My all-time favorites, I have two. Honey and You Got Served. Those are the reasons why
The
I'm
original
dancing.
You Got Served.
The original You Got Served.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good one. The best one.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Uh-oh.
Is there another one?
There's like 3 of them
Yeah,
or
they
something.
made a
It's like
bunch of those.
2 or
Where have
3
I
or like
been?
4.
I don't know.
I think they were like
They
straight
weren't-
to video.
Yeah, they were in theaters, so it's not like
Okay.
you should have been like, oh shit.
So I'm not missing out.
You didn't miss your window. Yeah.
Okay, so the original, because I didn't know there was more than one. I had
The
both
first
of
one's the
them.
best one anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't gotta worry about it.
So what are your favorite things about those? First of all, why did you like Honey and why did you like You Got Served?
Okay, Honey, solely because it was based on a woman. And I think I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, and I had it on VHS, and I just thought it was so cool. This girl in New York is just trying to make it work and trying to pursue a career as a dancer, even though it was frowned upon. And her mom was like, no, you shouldn't do this. You just shouldn't do this. And I have people in my family that are just as blunt, like, no, come on, let's stop. It's a hobby. And she just kept going because it was her passion. It's kind of like, now that I'm older and there's 1,000 dance movies based on the same concept, it's kind of cheesy, but I still
Right.
love it. It still resonates with me.
Well, as an older person, such as myself, you know, I grew up in the days when Fame was on TV, where Debbie Allen was running the show, and you know what I mean, telling them how they got to work. And I was a Michael Jackson guy coming up, so I've been addicted to dance ever since my childhood, strictly because of that and whatnot. So they've been, you know, you got flash dance back in the day,
Yeah.
dancing film, dumping the water on it. Like, there's actually, God, I think there's a good 5 to 10 movies a year probably based on dance in some sort of way. And it's very inspirational. Like, I'm not trained like Devin is. I'm actually a street dancer. And when I've been dancing for years, like I'm a floor takeover. I take over the floor for 2-3 motherfucking hours. And everybody just stands around and watching. They just watch. And then when I'm done, they're like, oh my God.
Carl
how did you
is
do
the
it?
round.
Did you go to dance school? And I'm like, no, motherfucker. I just love it.
Original B-boy over here.
Come on, original B-boy. I was going to ask you. That was going to be my next question. What style?
Oh, I used to do everything. I started out breakdancing back during the breakdance era. So the rubber band was my special move.
Okay.
I was nice. And then just as time went on, I matured into the 90s hip hop era and things like that, where you got more into almost like the freestyle hip hop dancing that you see now that's on the TV shows where the person's up there by themselves, just killing it by themselves. And I'm like, God damn it. 20 years ago, if this show was out, I'd have won this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But now I watch it and I love it. It's great shows, great stuff.
I'm glad you still love it. I feel like everyone's trying to go back to the era you're talking about. Or at least I am. Everyone is just like pulling from that, not only in dance, but like style, dress. Everyone looks like the 90s right now.
Yeah, the 90s are back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like 90s dance era, 90s, early 2000s, that's like something that was so big, it hasn't been repeated yet.
Yeah.
Well, that was also really the beginning of like the dance group and like boy bands. Like you had like New Kids on the Block. You had, you know, all the NSYNC and Backstreet, but who was even predated that? Like New Edition and Boyz II Men and like groups of either guys or girls that would be not playing instruments because they would have to dance as entertainment. So normally before that, it's like people up there in a band. Somebody's playing guitar, bass, drums, and singing. Like it's hard to fucking, you know, do a backflip when you got a fucking guitar on you or something, you know, obviously. But I think that the combination of the music and dance is really what kind of brought maybe that to the forefront. That and Michael, man. Michael, like you got to think of somebody who changed the game when it comes to like the pop in dance and like pop music.
Yeah,
like,
he added that individualism to it and whatnot. Because before it was just the old kind of Commodores, 4 guys in a row. That was all you had, you know. And then Mike comes along, he's up there, and James Brown is, you know, he got Mike inspired and it kind of elevated. And like you said,
like
about the 80s, 90s.
Even Earth, Wind, and Fire did not dance, really. They just jammed out on stage. And there was fucking 25 people on that stage, you know? Believe me, I've seen them 7 times in concert. They're awesome. But still, it's like, you know, you got to think, like, there's something to it. Anyways, what about You Got Served?
Ooh, You Got Served just really appealed to the hip hop street dance culture side of me. Like, hip hop was my first love. When I started in a dance studio, to be on their competition team, you had to take everything.
Yeah.
And I refused. I was like, I only want to take hip hop. So I took hip hop for 3 years. At one point, I was taking all 3 hip hop classes, like the beginner, the intermediate, and advanced. Why? I don't know. But my mom and the studio owner pulled me aside and they're like, okay, you're going to have to take something else as well, because There's nothing else. And we think you'd be really good. And I was like, no, I just want to do hip hop. And I did that mostly because You Got Served. Like they just, the movie was crazy, especially as a little girl watching that. I was like, this is it. I have to do this.
Yeah, I was impressed too. It was a great film. Just the group things and all the dope moves and just the matrixy kind of flow some of them did to some of the ill moves where they were almost defying gravity.
Yeah.
When I watch that movie, it's like, I genuinely, how do humans do that? How I could, like, looking at them, how does your body do what they are doing? And when I look at your videos on Instagram, I'm like, how the fuck is her, like, how is Yoey doing this with her body? I don't know. You have incredible control over like every single joint in your body.
Thank you.
That's how I feel when I just watch normal dancers, not even professional. Like, how you doing that?
When you watch Carl dance in the corner.
When I see the backpack kid flossing, I'm like, how do you do that?
My 90s dance move was sitting on the wall with a cocktail, watching other people do dance.
That's my 2018 dance move.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not doing the nay and the whip and the so I'm just like with my cocktail, like, yes. I feel like
moving your shoulders a little bit.
Yeah, a little. Ooh, yes, get it, y'all.
Get it.
How often do you find yourself out in a social event doing automatically trained moves? Because I remember you talking about doing hip hop more than anything else. That's what I did. I did one round of one class of base level for everything, and then hip hop and swing dancing are the only things I continued. But I needed the background to do musical theater. I was a heavy musical theater performer. So I was like, I needed lyrical and I needed to like know how to do other things and move my body and point my feet in the correct way. But I mean, I would be then on the dance floor and like doing something in some hip hop or rave club or something and found myself being like, oh, Devin, you didn't point your foot correctly. Fuck. And then I'd be like, I can't have fun because I know this technical knowledge now.
Right. But on the same hand, those little things actually are the difference between seeing somebody you watch dancing, like, yo, that motherfucker tore it up, and somebody that's kind of just drunk stumbling around like a fat elephant. You get what I mean? Like, really. I mean, some people, like, you watch So You Think You Did sometimes, some motherfuckers out there stomping around like a big-ass elephant. Like, I've watched so much now that I can look at somebody dance and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. She's like 108 pounds, but I'm like, she's stomping around out there like an elephant. She's not on her toes. She's not, you know what I mean? Like, so what you're saying, even though it is something it's not enjoyable, it's also what makes you look dope to other people around you. So I like it.
And then talking So You Think You Can Dance, the fact that your mom and the owner pulled you aside and made you take other classes must have helped a lot when you were on So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh, definitely. When I started taking ballet and other classes, my level of dancing just increased so much, like immediately.
Because you can apply all of it to hip hop, your love in your heart.
And it just made me more versatile. I started picking up faster, like picking up choreography faster. I started loving the other styles, even though I didn't want to do it. Like, I cried when I took my first ballet class. I hated it. It's like, I don't want to be here. And then I saw how quickly I started to improve. And I was like, oh, I need to be here. I want more. And it just helps. Like, I feel like I pull from all of those styles even today. And I don't necessarily take classes for ballet or jazz or even hip hop choreography. I mostly do freestyle now. But even when I do freestyle, I feel like I'm pulling from all the things that I've learned already. So it continues to help me.
I could just see you as like Neo in the Matrix, like getting out of ballet, like, put me back in. I know Kung Fu. I don't know how she does it. She's been in the chair 20 hours straight. Do you ever find yourself like that? Like those skills bleeding into your social dancing? Or like if you go to a wedding, are you gonna like tear it up and do like routine, or are you just gonna freestyle? Like, are you able to turn it off when you dance, like the technical aspect and the training? Or is it something that because it's there, it's always there? Like I know for singing, I can't turn it off. I have to be technical when I sing.
Yeah.
Okay. I can turn it off. Like, first and foremost, because I was a teenager in Tampa, Florida, going to teen clubs. So I can turn it.
People don't understand. Teen clubs was a huge thing in Tampa when I was young.
Oh my goodness.
Brian,
everyone was
whatever that name
hot
is.
and fast at the teen club.
Casablanca. We had black
goodness.
and white night. Every day. It was always themed.
Yes, it was always themed. It was just like at a perfect time, like in the summer when we had nothing to do, and me and my cousins would all go. We wear no clothes. I don't know who we thought we were, like little shorts, and we would just like we called it like booty shaking, but now it's like twerking.
Yeah.
We just like twerk all night, like try to get some numbers on my little flip phone. Like, so because I did that, I think that's kind of like the base of me. So when I'm at a party, I just want to like,
You're just jamming.
I just want to
having
jam.
a good time.
Now, if there's like a really good song or other really good like dancers, freestylers there, then I'll start connecting with them.
Level up.
Yeah. And I'll start just like, okay, you want to dance? Let's get down. Let's get down. But other than that, I'm just like, okay, let me just squat down real quick and twerk a little something and get back up.
Which, by the way, shout out to the South because we pretty much invented twerking with Little John.
Did.
Like,
Yes.
come on.
Yes.
You're welcome,
Little
America,
John, Yin
in
Yang
the world.
Twins,
Sure.
all
As-
trap music.
As an elder person, we'll go with Snoop Skywalker and Two Live Crew with booty-based music from Florida.
Ooh, come
All right.
And 95
on.
South.
95
yeah.
South.
My college
100%.
experience, nothing but cheeks just shaking in my
Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke, that's right.
So tell us about your journey about what happened? You graduated from high school in Tampa and then you were off immediately to New York, or where did your journey
You
go?
were touring with Pulse for a little while.
Yeah. My last 2 years of high school, I was touring with Pulse, and then
What is Pulse? Explain it to our
Pulse
audience.
is a dance convention where you go and take classes from working choreographers in the industry, and they give out scholarships. And they had a Pulse Protege scholarship where you can basically go to any city that you can get yourself to. They cover the tuition, which is like $300, so you save $300, but you have to cover airfare and hotel. And I basically went to the close cities, which were New Orleans and Atlanta. I went to Chicago because I have family there, so I used that as a family trip. And when I turned 18, my mother just looked at me and was like, okay, so you're 18, you can pay for this now. And I was like, oh, I'm not paying for this. So I guess I'm not doing the Pulse anymore.
Sounds about right.
So I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this out in the open, but
This is all pre-recorded. We can edit this out.
we
All
can
right,
edit.
so
Well, whatever you
I
want.
don't know if the government's going to hate me. But I went to college. I went to HCC solely because I got a lot of financial aid.
Nothing wrong with that.
My mother has MS. She's on disability. She has 4 kids. So on paper, she doesn't work and she has 4 kids. So we get all the grants, all the financial aid. And after every semester, I got maybe $3,000 refunded to me.
Yeah.
So I went to school for 3 semesters and saved that just to move to LA. And because I knew that's what I was going to do, I wasn't taking anything I was supposed to take. I was like, I'm not taking math. I'm not taking science. I was only taking psychology, sociology, like nothing on my, I don't know,
Credits.
the credits that you need to get your degree. I just threw that out the window. So that's why I was like, I don't know if I should say that out loud. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
Nah, there's absolutely nothing.
Shout
It's
out
like
to
you
that
went and you
song.
got a BFA.
I
You were
did the
like,
same
I'm going to
shit
do
too.
my own thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I took that money, went straight to LA, and auditioned for So You Think.
And the rest is history.
And, yeah.
So really that quick. All right, for all you listeners out there, it normally doesn't happen like that. But but if you work hard, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So clearly you wouldn't have gotten it if you weren't capable and didn't deserve it. So that is how I approach it. It's like, oh, you just jumped to the front of the line. A lot of stand-ups do that. And they're like, I hear them bitching all the time. Like, he didn't put in his dues and blah, blah. I'm like, shut up, man. Like, it happened for a reason. If a person wasn't funny, it wouldn't be up there. If she's not a good dancer, it's not going to be there. Like, just because they got the opportunity at a different time in their career than you did, it doesn't, whatever. So that's awesome. And
So what was that
congratulations.
journey like? You're automatically just put into TV. You were put in the limelight
Ooh.
right then and there.
Yeah, it was insane. I would say that So You Think is very much a reality TV show and a dance show.
Mm.
And that's what I didn't expect. I didn't expect, I don't know, producers
in your
to
face.
fish out drama or in my face and, hey, I saw so-and-so marking in rehearsal. Did you see that? And I was like, oh, no. And I was like, are you sure? I'm like, what do you want me to say? I don't know, to like spruce something up. So that's what I wasn't used to. I wasn't used to having to put on a face, or they encouraged us to use social media, which is smart.
Yeah.
But I've always been weird about social media. Like, I've always tried to stay true to myself. So being a face and being like, hey guys,
Come
vote for me on
me.
So You Think. Here I am in rehearsal. Here I am and taking pictures and videos. I would always forget to do that. One, because I never had my phone on me. So I always lost the opportunity to be like, oh, with the choreographer in rehearsal, boomerang.
You know, who'd have thought that you'd be too busy rehearsing
Right.
to be able to take a fucking selfie?
God forbid.
Jesus. Shame on you, producers.
And I still do it now. Like, I just got back from Israel and I have 2 pictures.
Oh my God.
And my
man.
aunt is like, what the hell? Like, you were
I'm
there
happened
for
to
you
so
over
many
there?
days.
I'm the same way. I don't know what it is. Something about when I'm in a moment, I don't want to kind of ruin it. by
What are
taking
you
a picture.
talking
Like,
about?
I do
Your
it-
phone is out
No.
every
My phone is out every day,
What are you
but
talking
how about
about?
this? As much as you see my phone out,
Shots fucking fired.
no, real shit. You'll see probably like 30% of my life.
Yeah,
30%
yeah.
of what happens.
That's a
Like,
lot.
yo, most of the shit I do, like, I be around famous niggas all the time.
Uh-huh.
Do you see it on my Instagram?
That's my boy.
Nope.
No, you just
Nope.
film godless, countless numbers of stories of nothing.
Yeah, I like
Of not shit.
random shit, dog. It's all about the
my
random
favorite.
stuff.
It's just
you know
a
what I mean? But it's
Cause
not
like,
about
I'm never
me.
out on my phone except when I'm plucking my eyebrows in the mirror randomly. I'm
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
But it's not me that's
Walking
on those
down
things.
the
It's
street.
other people. I'm taking pictures of other people. I'm taking pictures of other things.
Mhm.
But
That's
you
my favorite.
Carl's
don't see any trip pictures for me in Philly when I go home for a week. You like one photo.
Literally,
Yeah.
I'll watch Carl's story and he'll be like walking home from something and walk past this park. He'll be like, look at this tree. This is a fucking freaky ass tree. But I'm like, what the Carl, what did you smoke, bro?
You know, some good weed.
Only the good shit for Carl.
But I'm similar to that. I don't take many pictures of like my actual activities when I'm on a vacation or I'm on a
Yeah.
trip. I'm terrible with
But a lot of people
Terrible.
strive for that. A lot of people wish they could be like you. I wish I could be like you. I wish I could put my phone down and just like live in the moment. But
Oh, I love it.
I grew up with a photographer dad, like with a
Aw,
camera in his hand
yeah.
everywhere he went. So I just like grew up feeling like I needed to save all of these moments because that's what he did. And that's what I do with my phone. But I
I love
wish I
that.
could just live in the moment and be like, oh my gosh, here I am in Israel right now. I don't care about taking my my phone out, taking some pics of, I don't know what's in it.
What
or a
were-
random weird tree.
Yeah.
That's what you
Random-
do.
What were your 2 pictures of specifically? What was worthy enough for you to get that phone out?
Okay, the pictures I have, they're pretty cool. They're awesome. Like, I was staying right on the water. I was in the most southern city. It's called Eilat, and it's the city where they vacation a lot. So
Oh,
it's always sunny. They said it was really similar to LA because it's always sunny,
Mm.
always hot, desert climate. So it was right on the water, and there was really huge mountains, kind of like LA. And where you were, you could see Jordan, the
Oh,
country, right across the water. And I just thought it was beautiful, and there was palm trees everywhere. So that was my first picture. And my second picture was just like my hotel balcony because it was a
Good.
really big balcony. It was huge. I was like, ooh, this is great.
this is some fancy shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, I don't know what else to take a picture of. Like, what? I feel like I'm a bad tourist. What do you take pictures of? Because I'm also teaching, so I'm not necessarily like sightseeing every day. I'm
Mhm.
teaching classes all day, and then maybe on my lunch break, I'll go out to the water.
How do you book a teaching gig all the way in Israel?
Girl, I still don't know. My my agent hit me up. She was like,
Okay.
"Hey, got this teaching
With
gig."
Block?
Yeah, Block Agency. Woo! They hit me up. They're like, "Got this teaching gig in Israel. Are you available?" And I was like, "Okay, all right. I'm scared. Here I go."
Queen. That's amazing.
I imagine. I don't know. I get a lot of things through social media now, so I imagine because it's just a
But
big
you
platform.
have a big following. I follow the Instagram page, and I think a few months ago I was just scrolling and I was like, holy shit, this is the Instagram page. I'm pretty sure I saw this exact post on Yoi's like a week beforehand. It was amazing.
Oh my goodness. Like the actual Instagram page. Yeah, they shouted me out, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And I was like, I woke up to so many notifications. I was like, what's happening? What's going on? I was like, the Instagram shout me out? I
Nice.
was like, this is crazy. What?
That's dope.
on Instagram's Instagram page.
Yes.
That's dope.
It was wild.
Big time.
So, you were teaching classes in Israel? How was that? What's the style of dance different like there, and the training levels different like there than stateside of Europe?
I really don't think there was a difference, which blew my mind.
Really?
Yeah. Like all the kids from small to big were doing everything that people do here. I think a big reason for that is the internet. Like they were doing the nay-nay, doing the Millie Rock really hard. I was just there to be like, okay, y'all know what the chicken head is? Because that's what I was doing when I was your age. So, and they didn't know, obviously, because they're younger. And two, we didn't have that.
Yeah, we did.
So, especially for the little ones, because they're still like working on the groove. Like a lot of little dancers, they can get choreography, but they just need like
the heart,
they need the soul groove, in it. Like the step touch you do at a club. And if you don't have the teen club environment, sometimes you don't have that, you know? So when I teach like maybe dancers under 13, that's what I focus on. So that class was just like chicken head, the heel toe, the Harlem shake, like
get them in the mood,
craziest.
get their body in
these
it.
little Jewish kids with the curls and the hat, just shaking it up, just Harlem killing it, like hilarious.
Yo, man, you should go choreograph some shit for Lil Dicky.
Ooh,
That's why.
Dicky.
He'll be
love to.
Yeah, you know. Anyways, when you say that, that's what I was just thinking. Because he's just like that. It's visually a very stereotypical young Jewish man, and doesn't really have as good as moves as Chris Brown. Surprisingly enough, in Freaky Friday. Yeah, I mean, granted, Lil Dicky, I'm not giving you shit, bro.
They
You're
might
going
have
up
been
against
playing
Chris
that up.
Brown, like.
Right.
I don't know. Some people can move, and other people like me and you, we can kind of move. Like it depends on what we're moving to.
Well, shout out to Little Dicky. I actually respect him as one of the best rappers out there right now. He is like a true hip hopper. Like,
Yeah, great
much
lyrics.
respect to that kid.
Carl, do you know who Cupcake is?
No,
I just found out.
Who
I
is
was
found
just
out
put
about
on.
Cupcake.
Yeah.
Oh my
Maybe
god,
like a month ago.
What is
You're
Enlighten us.
I can't enlighten you. Even on Skip Bags
Oh,
Radio,
harsh.
guys. She rough.
Yeah.
I love
She's
my
rough.
girl
She appeals
Cupcake.
to the inner like
Thought.
person that loves Trina and Lil Kim and City Girls.
Okay.
I love
Shout
Lil'
out
Kim.
to Miami 305 City Girls. I love y'all. Who else?
Is she kind of like Asian Doll and like Nisha Nashay and some of those newer, because they're like fine, they pretty, but they gangster as fuck and they're like really raunchy with the
Really
mouth.
raunchy
It's
with the
really,
mouth.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
really
yeah,
raunchy
yeah,
with
yeah.
the mouth. But what's so great about Cupcake is a persona. Like she created Cupcake. It's like
I
how
didn't know
Lady
that.
Gaga became like she went from herself to Lady Gaga.
Gaga,
Cupcake
right.
is a thought, but she created the thought image. She says like
Aw.
one of my favorite lyrics is what is it? It's from I don't even want to say it out loud.
Say
it's
it,
the,
say
it's
it.
the chopstick one, like mouth wide open, like I was at the dentist. Pussy so deep I can't like fix a sentence. It's something
I love
just
that. I love that.
ridiculous.
I love that.
I'm looking up this cupcake motherfucker right
You
now.
need to. Deep Throat. Deep Throat is one of my favorite songs.
I think
that
that's the song that I discovered.
Deep Throat.
Yes, I really think so. I'm looking it up right now too. I'm like,
Well,
someone
shout out
put me on.
Cupcake.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Cupcake.
Cupcake. I don't know.
Deep Throat. What's
I'm
that
gonna find
referencing?
it.
Reception is shit in here.
That's the whole government
that's
thing,
Right.
right?
You're obviously talking about Richard Nixon. right?
Yeah.
I have the lyrics pulled up here. Hump me, fuck me. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it away after a little bit.
Hump me, fuck me. Daddy better make me show. You better hump me, fuck me. My tunnel loves a deep throat. Lick, 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 lick. I wanna eat your dick, but I can't fuck on my nails. So I'ma pick it up with chopsticks.
That's what it was. The
You know,
chopstick line.
You're gonna pick the dick up with chopsticks.
She can't fuck up her nails.
No, she can't.
It's
She
understandable.
can't.
I love it.
That was very much in the same
Yeah.
vein as Trina.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
It's the same little group.
Which I miss that rap. Fuck Cardi B, man. Come on, bring that shit back.
Cupcake. That's what I'm saying. Cupcake is rising.
Is she?
Where's she
This is
from?
very,
I don't know where
it's
she's
very
from.
southern sounding too. That's
Yeah.
like way ATL music.
Yeah,
Like,
she
the
sounds
beat-
like a down south artist for sure.
Her Instagram handle is Marilyn Monho.
That's either.
If you guys want to follow her on Instagram
Marilyn
or Twitter,
Monroe. See
Stop.
ya.
Like look at her picture. Like she's just
she's living her best life.
she looks like one of my friends I went to the club with. Like
Shout out to Cupcake Girl. I love you so much. Please come on Skip Bags Radio.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm a fan.
Big fan. So going back to after So You Think You Can Dance, you booked a bunch of tours. You were, if I'm correct, you were with the Backstreet Boys, Tinashe, Taylor Swift, worldwide. That was crazy. How was that experience?
Taylor Swift was crazy. I had never been out of the country.
What was that journey like? How did you book it? How rehearsals, tour?
Okay. Auditions were January of last year.
Okay.
And the whole year prior to that, I was traveling a lot with the Backstreet Boys. They had the Vegas show. And then on top of that, we were doing a lot of like summer festivals, like and Jingle Ball and stuff like that.
Love Jingle Ball.
So I did a lot of traveling. And I sent an email to my agent at the end of the year. And I was like, okay, woo, this year was great. A lot of traveling, but I think I want to work out of LA more. And Taylor Swift was the first audition I got. The first audition, I looked at it and I looked at my girlfriend and I was like, I don't want to travel. I'm tired. Like, traveling is a lot.
What is that like?
Airports, hotels. Sometimes it's great because you're going to different places, but how many off days do you have?
Yeah.
It's great that I was in Miami, but did I do anything? So.
Do you still have rehearsals? Like you land in Dublin. You have 3 days in Dublin? And then what is that like?
For her tour, it was really great because once we finished rehearsals, we did not rehearse anymore.
Good.
The show was muscle memory, and unless there was a sick dancer or a hurt dancer, we rehearsed, but that was really rare. So it was great. And we had a lot of off days. We had, 2 to 5 days at a time off days. So we really had time to see the city. Some cities we have too many days off. So I just ended up I'm in Dublin. I have 5 days off. Okay, the first 2 days I'm like, shopping,
grab a beer somewhere.
Grab a beer, fish and chips. Awesome. I got a tattoo. And then the third day I was like, okay, all right, I'm in Dublin. All right.
Take some pictures.
Still here. Forget to take some pictures.
Right.
Don't have any pictures of me in Dublin. You can go fake it.
Right. I tell you.
So,
Photoshop is key now.
Oh, yeah, just me. Here. Hey, the same picture in every place.
Yeah.
Hailing a cab in London, hailing a cab in Dublin.
Yes.
Just throw up the green screen. It'll just give you a bunch of motion shots. It'll give you a whole album.
Just make up for the whole year with Taylor
I
Swift.
do have a question. Did you have any negative experiences during any of these long travels? Or any crazy moments you're like, oh my God, this one time we almost died. Is there anything like that?
One time I almost died. Did I almost die? I don't know. I had weird show anxiety. It's crazy to think like this. Well, not so crazy because the climate of today in which we live, certain shows at the beginning of the show, we're sitting in the pit where the audience, like the section where they're all the way at the front and they're standing and we're just sitting there waiting to go on stage. And some shows I would really look out into the audience, and it was always stadiums. We only performed at stadiums, so it's a huge audience. And I would look at everyone and think, if something goes wrong, how would I escape with all these people here? And it would really give me anxiety. I would be in random places on stage like, okay, how could I escape if there was a shooting? And I hate that I even thought like that.
God, I think that's that Tampa, Florida kicking in.
No. At the end of the show, there's 2 fireworks. One that's goes off at the very end of the song, and then the last firework happens while we're walking off stage. So it's like a random firework, last one, woo! And the very first time I heard it, I was walking off stage. I was so excited. I was behind the stage already. I was like, woo, we finished first show. And the second firework went off, and I dropped to the floor.
Oh my God.
Right in front of Taylor Swift. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like,
You
I'm
played
sorry.
it off as a dance move.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what it was. No, she knew. Everyone knew. There was no way of hiding that. I thought it was over. I thought something was going down.
And I feel for you. I remember seeing the pictures of you in the Tampa arena, and your there's no hiding the dancers. Your face is huge behind Taylor Swift as you're dancing. Just giant. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
And the firework thing, I did the same thing. I was in Pakistan once with my cousins, and it's Pakistan. So obviously I'm on high alert.
Oh my goodness.
My whole family was in Pakistan, and I'm in this house.
No.
But fireworks go off for my cousin's wedding, and no one told me fireworks were going off. So I just hear pow, 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 and I'm run and scream and hide. And everyone, all of the children were like, "What's wrong with
It's
Gabby,
happening.
cousin? Where did she go?" I was just so scared.
Very
was
squeamish.
You guys just didn't go to enough Gasparillas when you were younger.
Apparently not.
Oh no, I've only gone to 2. That was enough for me. One I went willingly, and the other one my high school marched at. So Blake, we
What is
marched at it.
Gasparillas, guys?
Like our little Mardi Gras, like because
Yeah.
Tampa's like a tinier city, so it's like a little baby Mardi Gras. It's all
But
pirate themed.
So everyone
Oh.
dresses up in like corsets and big pirate hats. Dev, I'm pretty sure, has like an actual
Yo,
sailor costume.
You probably
So-
have pictures.
It's my favorite holiday of the year.
Just like a pirate
It's,
dance.
imagine Mardi Gras but pirate themed, and now there's 2 million people that go there every
Yeah.
year, so
Serious?
it's not so little anymore. Yeah, it's huge.
That's so cool.
But basically, they block off the entire street, like PCH, right next to the water, and they have a big parade. But in the morning, we do a mock invasion of the Tampa harbor of downtown Tampa, and we have a giant pirate ship with fireworks and cannons.
And they steal the city
like,
key.
2,000 people dressed up in pirates, and then like 1,500 small people's personal boats.
Never known
And
this.
it's like a siege. And what we do is it comes right by Davis Island into downtown by the convention center.
Mhm.
And me and a big group of other native tampons, we sit on the seawall of Davis Island, which is like the small island right where they come in the entrance to Tampa. And we have 20,000 water balloons and water balloon cannons, and we're now known. We get in the news every year for our like little social club that does this, and we shoot at the pirates coming to invade Tampa, and so much so that Tampa Fire Department will come up with their boat and sideswipe us with a damn water cannon and stuff.
Aw,
It's so
that's
much
fun.
fun. Yeah, it's lighthearted fun, but it is a drunken catastrophe of
It is.
nonsense.
So
Oh
Devin
my
has
goodness.
more fun than everyone else during Gasparilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets
Well,
really into it.
My friends all live like their parents' houses were right in the area of the parade route,
Yeah.
so it was a different experience. Like we had a home base. We're not just like chilling on the sidewalk and on the lawn like most everybody else is. So we were really spoiled in being able to like go to the bathroom and like put all our stuff down,
Yeah.
and like we could like, oh, I can walk around with a drink 'cause I don't have to carry a bottle and beer in my backpack and like stuff like that.
When I was a kid, I was just the most scared of all the tits. There were just
So
so
many
many
Were there?
boobs.
I was marching in the parade, like 15. I was like, why are they letting us do this? Just so many tits everywhere.
Like I
What's
said,
going on?
My favorite holiday.
What is going on in Florida?
Even the children's parade.
Yo,
even
so
the children's
There's
parade.
this is a good metaphor
Florida.
for tampons.
Dude.
There's 3 parades, the Gasparilla parades. There's a children's
I did
parade
not know this.
which is the week before in the morning, and it is strictly for children. It have like kids floats and things like that. And then there's a normal Gasparilla parade, which is the following Saturday, all day event. That's the big one. And then there's an adults themed night parade the
Yeah.
week after in Ybor downtown in front of all the clubs.
However,
Ybor
there are
City.
tits in all 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
apparently.
Yes.
Apparently.
Tits for the kids and for the adults.
The
And for
level
the
of
adults.
tits just escalates.
And for the
Yeah.
tourists that are coming into town.
What days do they have this? Where are the days and times?
It's in March, right?
Carl, I'll go.
Carl's going to be at the
Make a
children's parade.
reservation.
We'll broadcast live or something from there. I don't
Carl
know.
could probably just
we'll-
march with the Blake band, just blend in the background with the drum.
I'll carry their waters.
Nah, but this time we do it right. We just rent out a whole section of the bleachers, or like, no, I have my fucking yacht, my friends with boats, and we'll just sit on that. We don't
See,
have to.
that sounds like a good time.
I don't need to
Like,
be in
Joey and
that.
her
And that's
girlfriend
why-
will just dance in the front, and we'll get featured on ABC9.
Awesome.
Ooh,
I'll throw up the
fun.
drones. We'll get some drone shots. We'll bring camera crew. Let's do it. Down.
Gasparilla, the documentary.
Does this happen
Ooh.
at the same time as Mardi Gras? Or is it
No,
different?
it's at the end of January every year,
Oh,
and it's usually
coming
in
up.
conjunction with the Super Bowl. It's either the weekend of or the weekend right before, because Tampa's hosted the Super Bowl twice, and when the Super Bowl and Gasparilla on the same weekend that happens, like Gasparilla on Saturday, Super Bowl on Sunday, the city breaks. And it just kind of like all of the institutions in it fail.
The city burns down.
So no cops, no police. Basically, it's,
It's
kind of
complete
like
lawlessness. Like imagine
Yeah,
if
it
a
is.
hurricane hit with no water. It's just
Ooh.
I remember driving in high school after one of the Gasparilla parades, and my friend just straight up was driving on the trolley lane. Like he was in the trolley has its own section of
Yeah.
road, and that's where we were as in his car. And I was just like,
That's
help.
frightening.
Help.
You are
Yeah.
schooling me.
Yeah.
born and raised, and I don't know any of this.
Like, this was a lot of fun back in college and high school.
Yeah,
now
that makes
I don't think I can tolerate the Gasparol
I don't
level
know, the
of
yacht
intensity.
sounds like a cute
You say that
time.
now, but then once you put that pirate costume
That's
on,
right.
you know,
That's
like-
right. The old juices. Just give me some rum and a good pirate outfit and a
Talking
good sea
about-
shanty.
Some cute pirate outfits. What was your favorite outfit? Because you have like so many outfits for the tours.
Mhm.
For the tour.
Not just Taylor Swift, at any tour.
Yeah.
Or
okay,
VMAs.
okay.
You did a lot.
I would say in the Backstreet Boys show, there's a song called "The Call," and it's
Oh, yeah.
like
Thomas knows this
Oh,
song.
yeah, everyone knows. If you don't know, he's basically calling up his girlfriend and letting his girlfriend know that he won't be home. Like, I'm not gonna be home tonight. Don't wait up for me because I'm out hoeing, basically.
Yeah.
So we were all in these pleather outfits.
Mhm.
And usually I get really scared about things like that because I've been in situations where I've done a music video. I ended up in little to no clothes. And I've been just like a little, I don't know what this is. Like every time they
Help.
yell cut, I'm like,
Someone please get me a towel.
Yes.
Cover me up.
Nobody
So-
brought you a jacket?
no, I was just so, I don't know. Like, I don't
Exposed.
have like insecurities or anything, but something about just like bearing it all. I'm
And
like,
that's weird
I don't
that
know.
hip hop dancers are always like expected to just wear little to nothing. What do you think that is?
And this doesn't
That
help
was a big
either.
part of how it got popularized.
Sex
Yeah.
sells, yeah.
Any
Yeah.
video I post with like, you know how you can pick your cover picture?
Mhm.
If I pick the cover picture and it's just me, light skinned hoe with curly hair,
Pass.
or like
Next picture,
I'm in
please.
like shorts or something, that one
Yeah,
gets
that's the one
way
that
more
goes off.
like, oh, let me click on that. Let me, you
guys
know,
are scumbags. You just can't do anything
you
about
know,
it.
girls are in there too, because
We're like one step away from chumps, all right? Like, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
It's only an 8% difference genetically. if
We've
you
been
didn't know.
fooling you guys so far, but
We're really good at pretending we're not chumps.
Yeah.
thus far.
I don't know. When you get in that sailor costume, Dev, it's one step closer.
One step
one
closer.
step, you know.
Well, all things having a good time, I guess. I just see my boat. That'll
Well,
fix everything.
Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean did have that little plant monkey, so
I feel like I'm a little more jacked than Barbosa, but
Carl
whatever.
can be Barbosa and you can be his pet monkey next time.
That works. That works. I like that. The size proportions are accurate.
True.
So where did you go after So You Think You Can Dance? Did you start booking these tours? Did you go right into that, or were you doing some teaching, some classes? Like, because there was a little gap we missed career-wise for you when we were talking.
Right after So You Think, one of the choreographers that I worked with on the show, her name is Reina Hidalgo. She's from Hialeah, Florida. Ooh, another Florida native. She hit me up and she was like, what are you doing after tour? Because some people, when the tours are over, they go home or they go somewhere on vacation.
The So You Think You Can Dance tour, or
The So You Think You Can Dance tour. Yeah, it ended, I think the end of January. And Raina hit me up at the beginning of January and she said, what are your plans after tour? And I was like, I'm going to LA. I need to find an apartment. I need to get a car. I need to figure it out. Like, I don't have time to vacation. And she was like, are you available these dates in February? And I said, yeah. And she hired me for my first gig in LA. And it was for a Hulu show called East Los High. And
saw a few episodes of that.
yeah. And it felt like a cross between Degrassi and Bring It On, because there were these two groups with like a rivalry, and I was on the hated group. And it was also like, I don't know, I felt like the East Compton Clovers and Bring It On.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it was just really cool to have my first dance gig. It was a Hulu show, which was awesome because it had multiple episodes and I was just doing it for like a month and a half. And
It took that whole month to film the first season.
they were filming before we got there. We just
Okay.
were brought in for like certain episodes. I think I was in like 4 or 5 episodes and that took like a month and a half. So it wasn't like consistent. We had like days off and stuff, but I don't know how long they were filming.
What is the difference between performing on a stage and then having to go onto camera? Everything on camera is done. Every minimal movement that you do is really picked up. What was the difference between that?
Stage, it's more energy based because you're performing for an audience, and it's just very like big because you have to appeal to the person all the way in the back,
Especially
like
on
in
a
the last
stadium
row.
tour.
Yeah, but on camera, it's more about the look, you know,
Mhm.
because you could be going really hard, but the camera's just here, you know. So knowing that and pacing yourself, because a lot of the takes, so we're like, all right, again, okay, again, and then the 10th take, you're like, and you're dancing, but your face might look like. So you need to learn how to pace yourself and really maybe be a smarter dancer and not a hard dancer, like, and not just give it your all in the first 3 takes. So it's more of a mind game.
Yeah.
Television and camera, anything.
Is
Because
it like that for So You Think You Can Dance too?
Yeah, the TV show, yes, because we had camera blocking, so we had to memorize where the camera would be and do we look at it, do we make sure our back isn't facing it, and memorizing that on top of our routine. It was just more than just getting on stage and just dancing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, excuse me. Sorry, I need a mic clear check. When you were performing in So You Think You Can Dance, did you get producers' notes? Like, I know you get when you're dancing on a normal stage and you're doing a live show, choreographer in rehearsal or after a show will give you notes, right?
Mhm.
That's where they come from. But like on set, where do those notes come from? Is it like a producer or the director saying, oh, can you look at the camera during this part instead because I'm going to zoom in on you, you know? Or is it, how does that work? Or is, you know, So You Think You Can Dance, I imagine that they have a live run of the show, but like if something happens, do they call cut and reset? Like, I don't know how this works.
In my experience, the live show was live.
Oh.
It was
Yeah.
really live.
Really?
Like, which was really surprising. I didn't know it was gonna. They say live. I was like, okay, all right, what is this? And I think that was a huge reason as to why they stressed us out so hard. Like the 2 days before the actual live show were just crazy. We ran everything multiple times. So by the time I actually performed the routine on the show, it felt like a breeze.
It's automatic.
It's automatic. Yeah. I knew exactly what I was doing. I was no longer thinking, which was great. But the practice going into it, and they just like really like dig it into you. Like, you're going to be here right after you finish dancing. Then you're going to walk and get your critiques from the judges and this and this and that. And yeah, so.
And you're out of breath. You just danced and then you have to compose yourself for Vanessa and Hudgens. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm just like, sometimes when they gave us critiques, it wouldn't really register. Because I'm just like, what did I do? What happened? One of my routines, it was a trio. One of the girls fell and I didn't see it while I was on stage because I was doing something else. So I didn't see her fall. So when we got in front of the judges, everyone was like, so-and-so, I didn't even notice. You carried on pretty well. Or I saw so-and-so drop you. And the whole time I was sitting there smiling like, what the hell happened out there? I didn't see any of this. What happened? I was just smiling like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah. She.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
She pulled it off. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Who was your favorite choreographer to work with? Because you work with the best.
I'm going to have to say, I'll bring her up again, the woman that hired me for my first gig, Reina Hidalgo, because the piece she choreographed a group piece that opened up the show, and it was an Afro-Cuban piece. And it was around the time where Cuba was opened for like more tourism in the US and stuff. And it was just a really good time for Cubans. I remember being really excited because when my parents went to Cuba, my mother's Puerto Rican and my stepfather's Cuban. When they went, me and my older sister were forced to stay behind because we have no relation to our stepfather. Yeah. He's not our father. We're not married to him. So we had to stay behind. And I remember being really sad because I wanted to go to Cuba. And when that happened, I just remember being really excited. And I was like, okay, I'm going to Cuba. I have to go. And Reina is just so unapologetically Cuban, like straight from Hialeah, Florida, like, it's real Cuban down there. Like, there's certain parts of Southern Florida that people don't speak English.
Yeah.
And the white and black people have accents.
Look, Dev's smiling over there.
I was just so relating to everything right now. My family, my dad was born in Valladolid, and my mom's German and Irish, so I have a weird mix.
Yeah,
but when you talk about like, it's it's different culturally because you go down there and the Cubans. I mean, I don't know what you think since going. I've never gone. I can't go, but.
Wait. So it's dangerous for you to go or something?
Yeah, no, I'm on a list. Me and my family's on a list. My uncle was the head of Latin American Foreign Trade and Affairs for Clinton's second term, and we think he was in the CIA. So, if not still. So, sorry, Uncle Elio, shout out. But, no, I'll just cut it. I'll edit it. But yeah, no, my grandparents were always like, and my father pulled me and my cousins off to the side, and they were like, Devin, Elliot, we know you guys are rambunctious little fucks and you don't listen to us. So you might want to go to Cuba one of these days without our permission. I get that, but don't. They were like, if you get arrested there, we can't get you.
R.I.P.
And they're just going to sit there. You'll be like just a political prisoner and just like they'll use you as leverage in politics and some other shit that has nothing to do with you and nothing to do with his family. But like, don't risk it. And anyways, it's crazy. South Florida's crazy, dude. My grandfather used to know people. I still know that fishermen in the Keys that knew the radar patterns of the Cuban radar system to sneak, smuggle people in there to do guerrilla warfare and like rebels, like back in the 60s and shit. Back when they were, anyways. That's irrelevant. What I was gonna say. Is I was smiling ear to ear because like Cubans and Puerto Ricans have such a unique, in the Caribbean has such a unique dance culture too, like music and dance. Like how many different genres you got? You got salsa, merengue, cumbia, bachata. You know, there's like there's like 9 different styles, very unique styles of dance. They're like very different from one another.
It's so rich. Like the Caribbean is just a perfect mix of Latin and African culture, and that's what I love about it. Like, I don't know.
I think I read an interview that said that you have been doing a really big movement for like Puerto Rican dance styles on your Instagram. It might have been an interview. I don't know.
Trying to think about that. I don't know.
I just do too much. You're all over the place, dude. She's been to Dublin, but she still hasn't been to Cuba.
I know. What? How did I manage that?
Well, Cubans are stuck back in time too. Yeah. So like, I can imagine they're still listening to modern music, but they're doing like breakdancing with like a 1955 truck in their music video. Like, you know, it's different. Like you see it and you're just like, whoa, this is this weird fusion of past and present that's going on all at the same time. So they just got internet, by the way. Mobile internet just went live. Surprise, moving up in the world.
Yeah, Cuba's moving slow. And I don't know. I don't know where your family. Do you still have family there? Yeah, they're in Havana, and then Vajadero is like a little beach town right outside of Havana. And my grandfather used to be the mayor of it, so like the equivalent of like the mayor of I don't know, like Anna Maria or something would have been like that. But I do a lot of stuff in Puerto Rico too, because I love the island. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island, by the way. This is Rincon right here. You know, that's right there. I love that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots on the planet.
My family's like an hour and a half away from Rincon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in Juanadilla.
Oh, God, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite hidden gems on the planet, you guys. And now everyone's gonna go there because I'm talking about it on the radio. What is your favorite genre of dance to just dance to? Like if you were like, yo, I just want to move, put on blah blah blah, and like, you know,
move.
Is it hip hop? Is it freestyle? Is it, you know? I know you're going to Quinceañera, you're gonna be busting out some stuff.
You already know. I think it has to be a tie between like old Southern trap, like 3 6 Mafia, and salsa. 6 Mafia. Yeah, like a good cross between those two. That and salsa, specifically like Cuban salsa or Colombian salsa. Because, like I said, they just blended all the different things that came into the Caribbean so well. Like you have the drums, like the African drums, and then the horn section, and then sometimes there's a string section. Like, salsa is just a beautiful collection of sound, and I really love it.
It's also a delicious food.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So after East Los High, you filmed that. What happens after that?
Ooh, what happened after that? That's a very good question.
Back in her memory.
This is me every time I have to update my resume. I'm like, what have I done? I don't know. Are you guys like huge SpongeBob fans?
Yes.
You remember the episode when he said, what I learned in boarding school is? What I learned in boarding school is? That's me every time.
The top of the paper, you just have the.
That's me every time. What did I do? I think that's when I did the Tinashe music video.
Mhm.
And I was in like a good
Tinashe's so good.
She can dance her ass off.
She got cut from Dancing with the Stars, and that broke
Really?
me. She was one of the best dancers. She was
She can dance.
incredible.
She picks up so fast. Like, she's so humble. She came into rehearsal and just like, she was stretching and she was like, okay, where do I go? Like, and she just picked everything up really quickly. Just sometimes kind of rare.
Well, picking up dance, that's a really big skill. You have to continue to be dancing. If you're not, then you're just not, it's not going to stick with you.
No, even now, like, because I've stopped doing a lot of choreography. I just freestyle. I don't really take classes like that. So when I go to a class or when I go to an audition that they teach choreography, I'm like, okay, focus, because you have a lot of dust on you and you need to knock it off. Like, and I'm a dancer, so I can't imagine for someone that's not their primary skill, you know? It's difficult. It's hard, y'all.
And then you did Tinashe and then Jordan Fisher, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Jordan Fisher, that one was a cattle call.
Really?
A cattle call audition, which is like an audition where there's a shit ton of people, just so many people. And most of the time you're like, how? What is happening? But I booked it.
Booked and blessed.
Oof. Thank God. I booked it. I had never worked with, the choreographer was Wildebeest and Janelle. I never worked with them before. So I always like working with new people, dancers and choreographers, because that's how I make my connections.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a homebody, so I don't really like go out and stuff and like go to dance events. So meeting choreographers and dancers, I do that in my jobs. I don't really do that out in life networking because I'm a homebody. So I was excited that I was working with a new group of people. And Jordan Fisher's also extremely talented.
Was that for a music video or for a tour?
A music video.
Okay.
It's a music video for his song called All About Us. It was really cute, quick, week process. And it was just cool getting to do a different type of job, like different choreography. And Tinashe was more like cute, girly. We were on the beach, Baywatch bathing suits. And I was also like, I'm dancing in a bathing suit.
Like, how does that work? Like, have you ever been given a costume for a gig and been like, excuse me, you don't know what moves I'm doing. How is this going to work? Like, do they have to adjust it? And like, I can imagine that a costume designer is going to be like, I want you to look as beautiful and as sexy as you can. And then the choreographer is going to be like, I want you to look as beautiful and as sexy as you can. But both those entirely entail two different things.
Yeah,
you know?
It depends on the gig. I've been on certain gigs where there's a compromise. And they're like, okay, I want you in platform boots, but I understand those are 30 pounds each. So maybe let's go with something different. And then some gigs are like, good luck. Good luck.
My big question is, they put you in a swimsuit. Do they pay for like a wax? Do they like...
I wish they did, girl.
They don't?
No.
They're making you dance in a bathing suit and they do not pay for a wax. That's ridiculous.
You need to pay for a wax. You need to pay for the editing. I want to look flawless. I want every little mark on me, every bruise.
Same.
I'm always like messed up. I don't know what happens, what I go through, but
I have bruises on my knees from like skateboarding when I was 8.
Yes, and scars. Like I always have something going on my legs, which is strange.
When she was 8.
Right. She's from Florida. Right.
I was really into BMX. Like I really wanted to be in the BMX when I was a little kid. I was into like biking and rollerblading, and we had like a little ramp in my backyard. It was wild.
You like the movie Motocross?
I did. I loved the movie Motocross.
I love
Disney
that
Channel
movie.
originals.
Yes,
Man.
Disney Channel originals.
What was that movie? Si se puede. They were. It was like a
Gotta Kick It Up.
Oh, Gotta Kick It Up was so good.
Si se puede. Seize the day. Wait, no. What does it mean?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
America Ferrera was in that movie.
Oh,
guys.
I love her. What?
Wild.
I got a question about your homebodiness. Did you ever go to those choreographer balls that they have like every few months here?
The carnival?
Yeah, the carnival. Yeah,
okay.
I got a dancer home, but he took me to a couple when I first moved here, and I stopped going after a year or two because I'm not like a true professional dancer. So I'm like watching him kick ass and bond with all the dancers. And there's like famous dancers and everything.
So what is
there.
this thing, carnival?
Oh, well, every I guess 3-4 months or something. It seems like, or I don't know if it's every 6 months or something, or
it's actually every month or 2 months.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
It seems like it's always.
It's at the Avalon in Hollywood, and they just put together a group of choreographers to do a showcase and showcase their work.
I think I've seen Gina Menachino might perform there.
Yeah, definitely. And they have a similar one called Jete at a smaller club in West Hollywood. But it's just a chance for artists to showcase their work. And sometimes they invite the agencies out, so you can get scouted to be in an agency if, I don't know, they're interested in you. And it's a good place for that, especially if you just moved here. And I have done a few, but I did most of them when I first moved here. After a while,
kind of wears off.
Yeah, and it's a whole day event.
Yeah.
It's a whole day event. You have to do the tech rehearsal, the show rehearsal, and then the show at night, and then you have to just do all of this, all of these things, and it gets tiring. So I don't know, sometimes the owners will hit up me and my girlfriend. They're like, hey, so and so just dropped out, can you guys do something? And they trust us so much that they'll be like, you can come in the day of the show and just perform.
Now you and your girlfriend, you guys are so talented together. How did this mesh happen?
I met her at the So You Think audition.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Oh my goodness. So You Think audition, you're kind of put in a group.
Yeah.
And with your audition, you have to do a lot of things. You have to do interviews.
Is this your solo audition or the group stuff?
The solo audition.
Okay.
You're put in a group of maybe 8, and you go to different stations. And at this station, you get interviewed. And at this station, they ask questions about you.
So it's like America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Oh, all reality TV shows are the same. Good to know.
Yeah. And I don't know. One of the places we okay, we're going to shoot B-roll of you that we might use in the show. Another place, okay, let's interview on camera just in case we want to use it. So the audition process, the actual dancing process is an hour. But with everything else, it's probably 8 hours. Because every group is it's like an assembly line. This group, okay, this group go there, this group go there, this group go there. Now switch.
So you don't get to sit in the audience and enjoy it seems like you are.
Sometimes, depending on where your group is. Because I had certain dancers watch my audition, but others didn't.
Okay.
My girlfriend at the time, she didn't see my audition, but I know other dancers that did. And we were just in the same group. So while we were waiting, because every interview or every little station was one at a time, everyone would talk. And we just really hit it off. And it was all cool at first because we were both in relationships and we were just chilling. And we just really hit it off. And after I left...
Was it something about her dance that pulled you to her, or?
I didn't see her dance.
You didn't?
No.
Oh my gosh.
She's this real cool person. She's from Memphis, Tennessee. So I don't know.
Lord, wait, Memphis and Florida getting together. Lord.
Yes, I love the South. It's a good mix.
Somebody call the cops.
Woo! Tennessee whiskey, yo.
Woo, come on. Oh my goodness. I noticed there's something about a good Southern person that I love. Most of my friends, my boos, just anybody from the South. I'm yes.
Southern comfort.
People from the South are, even though we're crazy, they're generally a little bit warmer and a little bit livelier and a little bit more compassionate than I've noticed in people in up north in the Midwest, because we don't have freezing winters. We're not cold-hearted bitches.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I must agree. We are very mean.
We have hurricane parties. All right? We got hurricane parties. You guys don't have blizzard parties.
Hell no.
Right there. Enough said.
Hell no. The blizzard parties, they throw you a fucking shovel. That's the blizzard party.
I'd be down to start the tradition though. Hot chocolate, maybe with a little rum.
I don't know. I remember
Movies.
being in college, walking through the snow in my hoe heels and shorts on. And
Not
I'm
with
a
hoe
hoe
heels.
never gets cold. I'm a hoe never gets cold. A hoe never gets cold. I am
Get it
fucking
together.
freezing my ass off. It was not a good time. Colorado is not fun.
I can't imagine. Even here when it gets cold, quote unquote, I am going through my closet what the hell am I going to do? I can't.
Florida girls.
I can't function when the temperature drops.
When I moved to Colorado, no one told me Uggs weren't a snow boot. No one told me.
Okay, you just told me.
You're welcome.
You just told me.
Uggs aren't a snow boot.
Why
I
do
didn't
people in
know.
Florida own Uggs?
I don't know.
I'm saying this as a former Ugg owner.
Wait, so Uggs are not waterproof?
No.
No.
They get ruined by water.
I slipped and I hurt myself so bad. My dance teacher called me and she was like, Gabby, where are you? Your roommate says that you woke up this morning and you had your tights and like everything on. And I was like,
No.
I'm on the floor. I slipped outside on ice and my butt hurts. And she sent 2 men to come get me. Like she was like, someone go find Gabby. She hurt herself walking in Uggs because she's a dumb bitch.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm glad I know. Ooh.
That's hilarious.
We're all smarter now. Are we though?
Yeah. I'm more cultured. I know more about the winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want to do as a dream gig?
A dream gig.
Like if you had like, oh, I really like to do this, a movie like Honey or you know, or I would like to do a live show like this or, you know, whatever.
Okay. I don't know. I used to have like specific artists that I would like to work for, but knowing how this industry can be and how the artist could be great, but their production could be kind of, or I don't know.
Because it's a team effort. It's not just Taylor Swift putting on the production.
No.
It's Taylor Swift and producers and
Everyone that works
the
for her.
lighting designers
Yeah.
and whoever's creating the stage for her.
So I think before I stop dancing or before I don't know, take a break or whatever happens in the future, because I don't even know, I want to do a live performance with a Latin jazz band. So like anything Latin. My girlfriend's brother is a drummer, and for a while he worked for J-Lo. And I had to pick him up from the airport one day. I picked him up and I was taking him to his hotel, and he was like, can I play my music? Because I haven't learned it yet. And I was like, sure, play the music. And he was playing everything that he had to learn. And it was so raw, like live salsa music, live, like Latin reggaeton. And I was like, I would love to be on stage dancing to this. I need to do this before I stop. So I don't care who it is. It can be an upcoming Latin artist. It can be someone really well known, but I want to do it live. Like it can be an award show. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a tour.
Yeah.
I just want the band behind me and my ass on stage.
Yes.
Just living my life.
If you hadn't started things with So You Think You Can Dance, would you have gone to LA or New York? Or like what do you think you would have done differently if you hadn't had that big opportunity right when you were starting out?
I think LA would always be the plan.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, New York is more like musical theater, and more importantly, it gets really cold up there.
Yeah, that pretty much made the decision for me too.
Yep.
But there's more of a dance community in Los Angeles versus New York.
For what I want to do, I think so. Like commercial work and things like that. I think it's bigger here.
New York is a more Broadway. You're moving to New York.
Right.
To become,
Or contemporary companies,
So
fine arts.
would you have just gone straight into the audition circuit? Because you would
Probably.
not have had the agent had you not done So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah, I probably would just be auditioning for agencies, which are also cattle calls. Like,
So
800.
knowing like what you know now, would you have just gone into that, or would you have tried a different avenue?
I think I would have just gone into that. It probably would have been a different journey.
Yeah.
Because moving out is rough. Like it's just rough. For so many reasons. Like you're starting out in this new thing. You're kind of like this little tiny speck in a big ocean.
Right.
So you have to learn how to navigate through that. And then on top of that, you might be homesick and you're adulting and just everything at the same time. And I felt it, and I didn't even have the struggle of like looking for work. Thank God. So I can't imagine doing everything that I did and having to struggle for work. Like, because I was going through it and I was booked and blessed. You know, but I was like, where do I find an apartment? I got scammed my first time trying to get an apartment out here.
No, so many scams.
So many scams.
If you're moving to LA, be aware.
I sent like $1,400 to someone in Nigeria. Someone in Nigeria.
That is not what you
now
want.
that I think about it, I'm like, what? There were so many red flags. Who did I think I was? And it's really
Scrolling through the text messages, everything spelled incorrectly.
it was really my pride. Like I didn't want to ask for help.
Yeah.
And it's my mother. That's my mother talking. My mother is the 15-year-old that ran away from Chicago all the way to Puerto Rico. And I am a grown ass, like 19-year-old, like in the airport by myself, like, oh, I'm traveling alone. So my mother's always been like, I'm going to get it done myself, you know? So looking for an apartment, I found one. It was really cheap. It was 1 bedroom for $700. And I was like, this is great. This is great for LA because all the other prices are trash. 1 bedroom, $700 in North Hollywood.
So
deal.
nice.
Good choice.
Too good to be true. And if you live here, you know that. But I didn't know that. And I was in contact with the guy and he said, okay, you're approved. Just send me the deposit and I'll send you the key. And the deposit was like $800.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent it to him. And then the day that the key should have arrived, it didn't. And I emailed him. I said, hey, where's the key? He said, it was backed up in the mail. I have to expedite it, but it's going to cost more. I had to send more money. I sent like $200 more. And then a week later, when the key still hadn't arrived, I was like, hey, what's going on? I've sent you so much money.
Yep.
What's happening? And he stopped answering my calls.
No.
Well, yeah. What's he gonna do? Keep talking to him?
Stopped
No.
answering my calls. And then I was actually with my girlfriend,
Mhm.
but we weren't together at the time. But I was with her and she saw me on the phone. I stepped outside and she went to go tell me something. And when she went up to me, I was like, like,
Going on, yeah.
and I put the phone down. I put it on speaker to just
Gather.
Sometimes I put my phone on speaker to just like really like,
Yeah.
I use my hands a lot. So sometimes I feel like I need to do that, even though I'm not talking to a real person.
Mhm.
So I was talking to my phone and she said she knew something was wrong because I was talking like this.
Oh, the hand smack.
The
East
hand-
Coast
That's
hand
how you
smack.
know, man.
That's right. You see me doing this, you better run. It's on. It's on. When the hand smack starts for East Coast people, it's on.
Every
Less than the
syllable,
West
I'm like,
Coast
no, I'm not doing this. Da, 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 da.
people.
So when I got off the phone, she was like, is everything okay? And I told her and she was like, oh, honey,
Oh no.
this isn't, you're sending money where? And I was like, this address in Nigeria because he's on vacation.
Oh.
Yo,
I'm so stupid. And she's like, why didn't you tell me? He said he was on vacation.
Oh,
You don't need a headphones on that.
Oh my goodness.
that's plausible.
My heart goes out to you, yo. No.
And I was so sad because I just felt like I was just a little girl trying to be grown, like trying to be in LA by myself. And I didn't want to ask anybody for help. I didn't want to worry my mother because her first thing would have been like, do you want to come home?
Right.
And I'd be like, no, or be like, yeah, please. And I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So because of that, because of my pride, I just, made someone in Nigeria a little richer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Those Nigerians are damn good.
They're
At
good.
their scams. They got email game. They got phone game. This one guy, he tried to get me to set up an iPhone, like an iTunes account for this credit card. It's my sister's credit card, but her address is in Houston and he's in Nigeria. And I was just like, yo, dude, if you don't get the fuck out of my email inbox and call me with this shit. And he was trying, no, I'm a friend. And his name was Aliar Joseph, like A-Lijahar, like Joseph or such. I said, dude, your name is a liar.
Big red flag.
And I know other people that have actually been scammed, actually cashed their checks, found out they were bounced checks. One guy got fired from Bank of America when we were working there because him and his wife got a check from some Nigerian dude. They went to the bank. They had the people at the bank look at the check. They said, oh, it looks like a legit check. They submitted it. And because he works at Bank of America, when you work for banks, if you fuck up anything on your account, they're like, well, how the fuck you gonna work here? You can't even handle a goddamn regular checking account.
Whoa.
So because he did that, they actually fired the guy from his job.
No.
Yeah. Grown man with kids and a whole family and everything.
No.
Yeah, so Nigerians are pretty,
They'll
Well, good
get
thing you had that agent.
right?
Yeah, because
Good thing you were booked and blessed, honey.
oh my goodness. Oh Lord, I would have went straight back to Tampa. Straight back to Tampa immediately. But thankfully.
So lesson out there, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Oh my goodness. I don't even know why. Why? Now that I look back, I'm like, why? What was the point of that?
Yeah.
There
To
was
just suffer?
Puerto Rican in you.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what it
Yeah,
is.
that's
I can
strong.
do it. I
That's
can
what
do
it
it
is.
myself. My mom
It's
was
pride.
like homeless with 2 kids. Like, I can do it. That's every time I'm in a predicament, I'm like, my mom ran away to Puerto Rico at 15. Like,
Right.
I can handle
do
myself.
this.
Listen,
cash this check at the
Yeah.
bank.
I feel you, yo. Listen, I can't tell you. Like when I was growing up, I used to go out on boats a lot, and I remember at least 3 times when the boat broke down, and I was on it by myself when I wasn't supposed to be. And I'm like, what can I make into a paddle? Instead of asking this help. Meanwhile, I'm like floating into the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh my
And I'm
goodness.
No. I'm not going to call for help because then I'll just get in trouble. Besides, I was like, I'm Cuban. My ancestors came here on fucking cars with fucking inner tubes on them and stuff. Come on.
Yes. My stepdad tied 6 tires together
Guys, what?
and just pushed it into the water. He just pushed it
Very
into the
bold.
water with him and his cousin and his brother.
Oh,
And
You gotta do
he was in the
what
water for 3 days.
gangster.
You see
And-
why I like sailing so much?
Yeah, right. It's in your blood. It is in your blood.
Oh Lord, I can't imagine that.
you gotta do.
Mm-mm.
I love it.
And now if you ask him, the story changes because he's like older. He's like, yeah, I fought 3 sharks.
Did I say 6 tires? It was just 3 tires. One for each person.
It was on 1 tire. I had a leaf as a paddle. Yeah, he kind of adds his own little.
Spin on it
Whatever,
every
yeah.
once in a while. Love it.
I think that's the East Coast quality too, the whole not asking for help thing. Because I failed out of college because I refused to ask for help for any teachers. And then I go to class every day. I just sit there and fail like a motherfucker.
Yes.
Fail like a motherfucker. I just go home and stare at a book for 3 hours. Like, no, I'm gonna get this shit. I don't need no. I'm gonna get
I
it.
don't
I'm
need no
smart.
help.
I'm capable.
Yeah.
Failing like a
I don't
motherfucker.
know if it's an East Coast thing. It might just
Might
be a
be.
human thing.
Maybe.
Because I feel like
Maybe.
all Casey's like, no.
Yeah,
she asks for help.
Casey's from fucking Seattle. She's just shaking
You're
her head
great.
like, you
You're
guys
great.
are so crazy.
We're wild.
I grew up in a business town. Oh, thank you, Kyle.
Yeah,
Thank
your
you.
dad made Costco. Get out of here.
Yes.
So I grew up in a business town. Yeah, I grew up knowing how to do shit.
She was very well educated, unlike you heathens.
I need to
Is
get
what
with
she
I
you.
meant
feel
to
like
say.
every week I have a conversation with Gabby about like, oh my God, someone did this, and how do you not know how to turn your water off? And Gabby's like,
She's talking about pilot lights. I was like, bitch, no one in Florida has a pilot light.
What
Are
is a
you
pilot
kidding?
light? First of all, what is
See?
a pilot light?
It's to like, you have to turn
Your
on the
old
pilot
heater.
light to turn on your heater. And I like,
Yeah,
Didn't
it's this
know
little
that.
tiny flame the size of a candle that always stays lit. That's what powers
The
your heater.
heater.
no one our age knows how to use like how to turn on lights if they go out. They're like, what's a fuse box?
couldn't we just Google
Oh,
those
yeah.
things?
You could.
Siri is my mom.
Yeah, we are one
Hey, Siri.
solar
Or you could just
flare
know
away
it.
from disaster.
Yeah.
Like, I see this. I keep listening to these conversations every day, and I'm like, dude, if the fucking solar flare hits, we're all done.
Done.
Well, we're
Finished.
supposed to get
Mhm.
hit by an asteroid before Christmas.
For real?
Fingers
No, we're
crossed.
not. It'll just skim it.
It's
Skim us.
just gonna
Yeah.
skim the atmosphere.
It'll
But
bounce
low
off
key,
the
I
atmosphere.
wish that it would just
Again,
hit us.
I don't know
and
what's going on
destroy
in the world.
Texas.
If the solar flare actually happens, I think Florida more or less is just going to kind of stay the same.
Yeah.
Let's
Definitely.
be honest here.
Nothing's gonna change. They won't even know what happened.
They're like,
They're
what
just gonna be
the-
going about their day.
Like, oh,
Okay.
my cell phone towers are down again.
We're slowly running out of time, and I just really like. Oh my god, I want to ask you so many things, but
Good.
one of my biggest questions is the VMAs. Because I didn't know that you were going to be on the VMAs. And then I watch it. I'm like, holy shit, there's Yorelis. There's her big ass hair right behind Taylor Swift. What was that experience like?
It was amazing.
Was that just a number from the tour that you
Yeah.
guys just plucked?
that we just plopped it in? Usually when you do an award show, it's like a week-long process,
Mhm.
and you get put with the artists that you may know the music or you may not know the music.
Oh, really?
You learn the routine and then you perform it. So it was really cool doing the award show with a piece that I had been doing on tour for months. So the piece was just
So it's
in
in
my
your blood.
body. So I was like, oh, I just get up there and perform it. And the stage was really small compared to our tour stage.
Oh, yeah.
Our tour stage was a monster. It was basically the whole size of the angle in the football field. So the AMA stage was like really tiny compared to that. So I felt like, wow, I could dance. I don't have to run from my spot to the other spot. Like I can really dance
Weren't
now.
there like Taylor had like underground things that would like shoot her from one side of the stage to the
yeah,
other?
she had like it looked like a little cart on wheels. So she would just ride to like the lowest part of the stage and then get on the lift and then come up to the center of it.
Oh my God.
So-
To be an icon like that, what is that
Crazy.
like?
I don't know. Her fans are diehard.
Oh, yeah.
I
they are.
didn't know. I was like, Taylor Swift, yeah, just shake it off. Boom. I didn't know she had songs after Shake It
Yo,
Off.
it's all the white girls.
Wait, you got another song?
My family, that was a joke. My dad was like, who? Taylor ese. I'm like, okay. Taylor ese. My grandma calls the Backstreet Boys the backbeat boy. Like, she just kind of like takes whatever. One of my aunties thought I was on tour Boys to Men. Like, they're just like, who?
Boys to Men.
Yes. They said boy group,
They're
Boys
so
to Men.
bad.
That's it.
BBB.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
Classic. You gotta love old people.
Yeah. And it wasn't until they got to the concert, the Taylor Swift concert, that they were like, oh, she's huge. And I was like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So all you do is listen to Spanish music.
You should have just been like, yo, I'm touring with Mr. Worldwide.
Oh,
They
they were like,
been like,
Mr. Real Fab.
oh my goodness. Lord.
they would have gotten the scale at
Yeah.
that point, at least.
Yeah. But the award show was crazy. Like, seeing myself on television like that, I mean, like, since So You Think, it's been a while. So I was like, whoa, wow. And I kind of forgot how cool it was. And you always have the footage. You always, it's like a memory. And for my family to be able to see it, and I have family everywhere. And for all of them to be able to see me dance, and some of them have never seen me dance, I was like, this is crazy. This is so cool.
Awesome. To leave us on some words of wisdom for all the up and comers out there, you got any thoughts, some tricks to the game, some hackability, some, I don't know, work ethic, training, anything you got?
For the kid getting started.
Yeah, what you got out there?
For people getting started, take everything. I feel like one of the reasons I got into where I am dance-wise is because I'm really versatile.
Well-rounded.
Yeah, well-rounded. And I could be even more well-rounded, had I continued taking certain things. Like, I wish I didn't quit acrobatics class, and I wish I learned how to tumble. I wish I didn't quit tap dancing, because now I'm older. I'm like, I love that, you know? So take everything, even if you hate it, because you never know when you need that skill.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let any job dictate your worth, you know? Like,
Yes.
you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of people saying, not today, or we're not going to go for you. And don't let that change how you view yourself as an artist. Like, I love So You Think You Can Dance. I love what they do for dancers. It's beautiful. That someone that lives in, where are you, Utah, can come out here and suddenly be this big, you know?
Yeah.
But I also have friends that are phenomenal dancers, and they got cut from the show, and they really questioned themselves and really considered quitting. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
It's all about the season. It's all about what the producers want.
Yeah.
Who's going to get
game,
the most
right?
ratings.
Yeah.
There's so many other things involved. And not only with So You Think, but a lot of other jobs. There's so many other things involved. There's the look. Do we have the white girl, the black girl, the Spanish girl, the Asian? Okay, are we like straight-haired Spanish or curly-haired Spanish? Are we light-skinned, black, or dark-skinned? Like, there's just so many other things going on.
Yeah.
So your talent can't be questioned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I would
They
just say
don't
that.
keep like usually one of everything on the show. You know what I mean? Like, I went out for a show for Missy Elliott was doing some triple threat show back in the day, and then they had mentioned I was doper than anybody in the room. I was doper than anybody in there. I could sing, rap, and dance. There was
That's
not even
my boy.
another person in the room that could do all
Come
three.
I
on.
believe
And
it.
whatnot. And I could do all three. And whatnot. And they didn't pick me. And then when I seen the show came out, they had already picked some like white kid with dreads and whatnot. He couldn't even freestyle rap. You get what I'm saying? But they already had a guy with dreads. You know what I mean? They already had a,
Like,
you know.
check.
So they're like, all right, that box is checked already. So it was like, by the time we do the next one, it didn't even matter how good I was when I came, because they had already filled that gap.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a shitty producer.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry, Carl. I was just about to piggyback off what you said and be like, as a producer myself, if I have an actor come in that can act, and then one that can come in and sing, act, and dance, and both their performances are the equal quality, I'm going to choose the one that can do all three.
Yeah.
Hands down, bar none.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll never know what you might need in the moment, and you never know how those skill sets are going to serve you in other ways that you least expect it until they're called upon you. But awesome. Joey, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank
For real.
you.
You're
Come on,
awesome.
man.
So much fun. Open invitation to come back whenever.
Oh, I'd love to.
You got anything you want to promote? You got any social media? Any projects coming up? Go ahead, look at the camera, give a shout out, and let people know what you got going on.
Ooh, a shout out. Well, follow my Instagram at yoey.apolinario. And there you can watch all my new upcoming projects, everything I got going on, and my life, and my dog, and my girlfriend.
And a cat.
And the cat. Can't forget my cat. Shout out to Tampa, Florida, 813. Shout out to all the Caribbeans out there. I love y'all. I love the food. Love the culture. And that's it. Shout out to my mama for having me.
She got it from her mama.
I did.
You know that. All right. Let's just go around. This is Sailor_Dev. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Skipbags on Instagram. Go to skipbags.com. Check out all the rest of our shows. We got Fight Dubs, new episodes coming out. Film History, the history of film, The Mix and Serve, and soon to be added. We're working on about 5 other shows right now, guys.
Yeah.
So
Come
we're you'll be hearing updates from that over the next coming months, but we are scaling up in the most beautiful of ways. So stay tuned and always follow #TalkX. T-Mac.
You can follow me on Instagram at tmcd with 2 underscores. And that is all I have. Casey?
That's great. Okay. Yeah, you guys can always follow me on Instagram. That's Casey Persich. I don't want to spell it again. I'm sure you know it by now.
Yeah, just Poppy Carl on the Insta Jesus, Mr. C-Force on the Twitters and whatnot. Check out the Comedy Store every Monday for the Ding Dong Show at 10 o'clock in the Belly Room. Also, check out GT's Comedy Jam twice a month. We got motherfuckers laughing their ass off. You need to come through and hang out. And get ready for Cross Wars 3 that's coming out with Danny Trejo, a couple of my homeboys from the Ding Dong Show. And also make sure you look up Office Uprising, which is on Scramble. And, also the Scramble movie where I play Black Jesus. I totally forgot about that. Man, these Skipbags, we doing some shit. Just fuck with us in general. Look up Skipbags.
Not a boy.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yo, guys, my name is Gabby Shake. Follow me Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias, SHAIKH. Follow the Princess Collective on Instagram, and make sure to watch Hermione Granger in the Quarter Life Crisis on YouTube. All of season 2 is finally out.
Shake.
Yes. And happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
This is
Happy
Skipbags
Honda
Radio.
And we're out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Skipbags Radio.
My dumb ass is muted the whole time. Didn't matter anyway because I had the lights messed up. I was fixing my lighting for anybody that saw that embarrassing get up and come back moment. Just a quick tip about lighting. If you ever need to light something, you basically want 3 locations, one to the right, one to the left, one dead center, high up. So it shoots down on you so all the shadows kind of go to the floor. And past that, you can do a ghetto version where you just kind of put everything everywhere left to right too. But that's why you get the shadow over here, because the shadow's here, the shadow's there. But the ideal thing is everything is like top down, bam, and it just looks like you're lit in every direction. And then any shadow actually goes below camera level. So that's a tip for anybody out there. That's a skip bag entertainment tip, like the logo on the screen. Yep, we're still out here active, but not like we used to be. I am the last skit bag, Mr. CD Enforcer, aka Poppy Called a Bad Boy, also known as Black Jesus. And I'm also known as Fuck That Nigga Black Jesus to every ex-girlfriend I've ever had. So it's a very deep situation. So we'll figure that out. We always start the show off in multiple segments. I don't have any of my guest hosts with me, so we always do a news segment report about Philadelphia city life, what's going on. I read through it, analyze it, act a plum damn fool as I do so. Also, we have the sports segment. So you know, Sixers, Eagles, Phillies, whatever, right? Flyers, even though they suck, right? Rossi Boys. So that's also next on the list. I also went out yesterday because it was Halloween. So happy Halloween. That's why I'm wearing my glasses. I'm partially in costume. Got my Clark Kent thing. But happy Halloween. Went out in West Hollywood last night and did the Los Angeles West Hollywood Parade. Checked it out. I sent over some videos, which I actually need to be downloading and whatnot. And you know what I might do? I think I'm going to play a video while I download them. I don't know. Let me see if I can download them while I talk here. Oh, here's the email. Yeah, let me just start downloading while I talk. I'll just do one at a time. But anyway, that's fine. I'll just do them one at a time until I get them all. But that'll be a segment I'm going to play too. And I'm going to show you all the videos from the West Hollywood yearly annual Hollywood Carnival Parade, which they had actually stopped because of C-19 for the last couple of years. And I think this is the first real year it was back. And I'm going to tell you, I've been going to it since 2008 when I first got there. I think I finally found out about it in 2009 and 10. And I started actually going. I just used to hear about it. And dog, it's like it was back in 2010 when I first got here. It was packed. Wall to wall, people, families. It was good. Like, it was starting to get a little dry and messed up. I think people get used to stuff, but since they haven't had it, it was really good. So I'm gonna show you some videos. I was extremely drunk, wearing my little devil costume. I didn't have my pitchfork with me, but I had my little ears on, and I was a little devil running around. And I was telling everybody that I was God's favorite, because if you don't know, Beelzebub was God's favorite angel. Before they had a little tiff, shall we say. If you are watching, like, if you do, or dislike, or comment, say the show fucking sucks, whatever you think is best. We're going to do our news segment to open up, and I'm going to keep working on the downloading of these videos as I go through the news, which that one video should be done by now. Let me hit the next one. Hit this one too. Download. Let me hit two of these channels because I'm not streaming anything yet. So this is probably the best time to download when I'm just talking. One moment. Matter of fact, I'm going to get these bad boys going one at a time right quick. I'm going to rap just to kill time. Let me turn this beat up. I'm going to rap to this beat while I download these songs. So we got a new segment. It's called Freestyle. Carl need to download some shit and build Wi-Fi. So I'm going to turn up this beat a little bit so I can hear it. And I'm going to just freestyle rap to it while I click on these things so they can download and we can get into the rest of the show. So let's see what beat we got. All right, let me turn it way up. Huh. Yeah. 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 Huh, yeah. My part of town be the podcast. Mr. Cole Super Brother had a God blast. Take it to the face, hit him, got a God smash. Break it down. Chilling in place when I'm kicking it out. Poppy call a Super Brother that be kicking it out. And I'm telling my people that be getting it out. And my babies that be coming in, be getting it out. Yeah. Put on the windows we do. Poppy call a Super Brother that be running it through. My babies that be doing it do. And my people that be saying it through. Huh. Time to stop. Poppy call a Super Brother round the rock. And yeah. Wait, I don't think I should use certain words. I almost used a terrible word. I almost said the C word for a man's area. YouTube. Let me pause right there. Let me hit these last two right quick. All right, but that was quick off the head freestyle. Actually, I should make a song to one of these type of beats to tell you guys the truth. Let me check my download thing. So what's doing this shit over here? The rest of them are downloaded. Let me look. 31, 14, 21. Three, 5, 9, 14, 26, 31. 2, 5, 9, 14, 16, 21. I'm just looking at all the ones I can download because I'm going to use this for my Halloween segment later. Sorry, guys. Sorry to be a dick about it. Ooh, I didn't get this one. Oh, wait, I got that one. 4, 5, 3, 5, 9, 14. I don't think I got 25. I think I got 26. I'm down with that. 26 and 31. Okay, I got them all. So they're downloading, they're doing their thing. And we're clear. Alright, so we'll play a segment later. So it's new segment time. We could kill some time. Alright, good. Let's bring up the news. Let's bring up the news though. Probably call it the cheese bro. What we got here? So I'm gonna read through the current news. I'm gonna switch the beat up too. I think that's something I'm gonna make a habit of, and I'm gonna turn it way down because it's loud as fuck right now. Get it way down. And let's go with the beat from one of my songs. That'll work. And this is our Philly news report. Matter of fact, let me make a little title thing for it. There we go. Get that on the screen. Let's share this. I'm going to do some Philadelphia news stories, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it. Actually, also, you know what I'm going to do? I forget I always turn on my air and fan and everything on so I can be quiet. But I think I'm going to get my small fan and put it on. All right, listen to this beat for like 2 seconds. There we go. All right, now we're ready to go, guys. All right, we're going to go through this news story. You know what? Let me do the news window thing. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to make it bigger because this isn't, well, I'm going to play videos too. So, you know, what page is this? MEC 10 Philadelphia. Let me copy this, give them a fair use in case you play any videos as we go through the news segment. One moment. My thuggish loves. Give me a moment here. Put your guns away. Put your guns away. Calm down. I know you guys are probably from Philly. Calm down. Here we go. There we go. Bam. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, what does this say? Issues dating back more than a decade led to a Philly prison escape. So this was the prison escape where the guy, I think, climbed over the gate. Number one, hilarious that in 2023 people can still rob banks and escape from prison. Talk about an inept social structure, right? But let's watch this video from MEC 10 because I like this. Let me turn this down to about 5 so it doesn't compete with the audio from the news report. There we go. And let's hit play.
Getting around isn't as easy as it used to be.
Oh,
That's
commercial.
why we called bath.
Commercial. Now I'm gonna tease this old white lady. She's like, getting around ain't easy as it's supposed to be, because that's because you an old bitch. I know, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Don't cancel me just yet. But she probably did some shit so she could step in the shower. You know what it really is? She got a bath fitter because her shower dirty and she don't want to pay to get it fixed right. So you get that bath fitter thing to just stick over top so you can cover that dirt shit. Ooh, let's check out the news report.
And a guard who was asleep. The DA says all of this aided in the escape of 2 dangerous men. Larry Krasner says he's not blaming anyone. As he pointed out, there were multiple failures, he says, that puts the city in danger.
The instigator, the main person in this escape is Amin Hurst. That is what we're talking about. We're not just talking about the escape of someone who was arguably among the very most dangerous people in the prison. He had 4 open homicides. He had 2 open gunpoint robberies. We're talking about someone who was literally charged with murdering somebody on prison grounds.
Larry Krasner says it took 90 seconds for 18-year-old Amin Hurst and 24-year-old Nassar Grant to escape the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional
They
Center.
got out of the gate.
Video of the
This is
escape
another
shows the men
escape.
opening doors that were supposed to be locked. Watch the top left corner of the screen as they dash into the day room. Another angle of that room shows an inmate
you know
walking
what? I'm
around.
running this
You
back
see that
'cause I want
desk
you
on
guys
the
to
right
see
side of the
this.
screen. That's where
This
a
is some
guard
great
is
video. Let me
supposed to
pause
be.
this. I'm gonna make it bigger. Oh, I'm gonna pause this and run it back and make it bigger. So you guys can see this. Let me put myself to the side so you guys get a good look at this. This looks really great. Let's check it out. Let's run it back. Rewind selector. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Been turned off, and a guard who was asleep. The DA says all of this aided in the escape of two dangerous men. Larry Krasner
Yeah, this
says he's
chick
not
got a
blaming
strong-ass
anyone, as he
chin.
pointed
She
out.
like the-
There were multiple
Maria
failures. He
Shriver.
says
I
that
married
puts the city
Maria
in danger.
Shriver.
The instigator, the main person in this escape is Amin Hurst. That is what we're talking about. We're not just talking about the escape of
my ass is
someone
in jail.
who was
I'm a
arguably
mean
among the
motherfucker.
very most
That's why
dangerous
his name's
people in the
Amin.
prison. He had 4 open homicides. He had 2 open gunpoint robberies.
Yeah,
We're
that's a
talking
Philly
about
name.
someone who was literally charged with murdering somebody on prison grounds.
Larry Krasner says it took 90 seconds for 18-year-old Amin Hurst and 24-year-old Nassar Grant to escape the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Center. Video of the escape shows the men opening.
I'll pause it. In defense of prisoners, killing a man on prison grounds is normal behavior. If a guy steals your oodles of noodles, you have to kill him. Or you have to fight him. But if he's not the kind of guy to fight, you might have to have a knife fight with him. And if he's a lifer, you're going to have to kill him. Or get your suit taken, not only by him, but by everybody else in that jail because you're a little bitch. So you hear that bullshit they did to that kid? Oh, he killed a man while he was even in jail. Like, oh, you locked up and you still wilding. No. Once you're in prison, there's a 95% chance you're going to kill and fight somebody once a month. Once a month, you will get in a fist fight, a knife fight, or potentially murder a man. Every month for your entire prison sentence. And the only way you can avoid it is to let people abuse you, manipulate you, and basically prostitute you. So here's your options. Let Felice Johnson, the booty warrior, own you, or you got to stab somebody. And if he happened to die, then he does. I don't like how they put that on that brother. I just want to put that defense for guys in prison. Shout out to all my guys, man. It's locked up in the bank, man. Make this big. Let's finish out this story, man.
Doors that were supposed to be locked. Watch the top left corner of the screen as they dash into the day room. Another angle of that room shows an inmate walking around. You see that desk on the right side of the screen. That's where a guard is supposed to be stationed. And with the aid of an inmate, the DA says the men crawl on the ground to the day room and get outside into a prison yard through an unlocked door. Outside, the men are behind a fence line, a space where dogs were once used to patrol. When the dogs were removed, motion sensors were installed.
These poles are supposed.
So, for those of you who don't understand prison, so did you hear what they said? One guard said he was asleep. Another couple of guards accidentally or intentionally opened the door. And these guys snuck along. Do you know that they probably paid the one guard $5,000, maybe even $10,000, so he can tell people that I was asleep? Then they talked to the guy after him. His name, and then they might have gave him $2,000, $3,000. Like, hey, at 4:15 on Wednesday, unlock this door by mistake. Or go to the bathroom. So unlock the door, then go to the bathroom for 5 minutes at 4:15. Paid him probably $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Matter of fact, he may have only paid the first guard $25,000, and then the guard went and got with all his homeboys and broke them off whatever they would take. So either the prisoners coordinated with each individual guard and paid them money outside of the prison via Cash App, green card and stuff to coordinate these times that they were to make these actions, or they paid the one guard and then he took the money. He was like, yo, this dude gave me 30 racks to pay all y'all. Or he didn't tell them how much he gave him. He just said, yo, I got this prison. He gave me, yo, he offered us, $4,000 a piece. We offered us $2,000 a piece. All you got to do is open the door and go to the bathroom at 4:15 Wednesday next week, right? So as you hear this story, oh, by the way, you hear that out there? Those are fireworks going off because it's Halloween. My Latino Central American brothers love some fucking fireworks. Every holiday. 5 days before, 5 days after. It sounds like there's a shootout. No. It is my Latino brethren from South America and Central America busting off fireworks. These niggas got a problem. But that's a whole nother scenario. But that's why you hear what she's saying in the story about how the prisoner got out. They paid and coordinated with all these guys to make these specific actions at a certain time. And that's how these guys got out. So let's listen to the rest of it.
To sense anyone who's in the area, my understanding is they work by microwave, but here's the kicker. So for anybody who's been up there, you'll know there are a lot of Canada geese that fly around. Well, over a decade ago, probably 15 to 20 years ago, the Canada geese, in the absence of a dog, were landing in the dog run. And when they landed in the dog run, they were setting off the sensors. And when they were setting off the sensors, eventually someone decided to turn them off.
And while those sensors, the DA says, were not picking up movement, they were helpful as the inmates used them to climb up over the fence. And with their prison-issue clothing, they were able to cover the razor wire. The men had a 19-hour head start, the DA says, due to a sleeping guard.
Pause. So, you heard the thing about the gate, right? Now, this is how these guys knew that they had a good opportunity to get out. Everybody had probably heard about the birds and stuff messing with the system, so they had to turn it off. One of the guards that he paid probably told him about it. They pay guards in a segment to escape, right? Now, can you blame nature? Don't build your fucking prison where there's a bunch of birds, motherfucker. Don't build your private little prison when you get $30,000 a year to treat these guys like shit. So that's my point. Build your prison where there's no birds. Your little system would work and nobody would escape. But they don't give a fuck about that. They build prisons where it's cheapest and they can make the most fucking money. And most of the people that's in jail should be there. But these motherfuckers are making money off this shit. And that pisses me off. Jail and prison is supposed to be for the correction of society. Anyway, back to the story.
Who punched head count numbers without actually checking the cells, he says.
A count is supposed to be a count. A count is not supposed to be a nap.
So far, 6 have been charged with the escape. 2 inmates and those
Damn,
who helped them, the DA says he's not ruling out if more charges will be filed as well. Live in the newsroom, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
All right, so that was pretty good. I don't have any comments or jokey stuff to say about that. Let's pull up a couple of these other stories. Let's see what we got going on. Put myself to the side over here. Oh, my loves. Let's see what other stories we got going on.
Without mentors in my life,
Oh, actually, that's the page. Go forward. Let's see what other stories we got. So this is our news segment and whatnot. End of an era. SEPTA prepares to stop accepting tokens. Okay, this is a big deal if you're from Philadelphia. Ever since I was a kid, we used to get a bag of what is called tokens. And basically, they're little golden coins you use to get on the bus. I think when I first moved to LA in 2008, I remember a couple of the homeless people having tokens. So I'm sure everybody had tokens at some point, right? But Philly is finally getting rid of their tokens and moving to the full card scenario. Where's my wallet? I was going to show you guys my LA little travel card, but I don't have my wallet, so fuck it. Anyway, let's check this story out. End of an era. SEPTA prepares to stop accepting tokens. Damn, dog. Do you know these right here used to be money, my dude? So back in Philly, it used to cost like $1 or $2. With these tokens, you got a free ride and you get an automatic transfer. So you could take your bag of tokens. When we were in high school, they gave us a free bag of tokens every week, 10. One to get to school, one to get from school. So my parents didn't have to buy anything to get me to school. All I had to do was pick up my bag of tokens, catch the bus back and forth. But there were some people that were like gangster hustlers. They would get their bag of tokens and then they would sell it to regular people. Because to regular people, it was worth like $1 to $1.50. So you could make $20 to $30 a week if you sold all your tokens. And as a teenager, $20, $30 a week is like $1 million. Well, not really. It's like $500,000. But that's interesting. Let's check out the story. Now, I always read the stories fairly silly. I apologize for my ignorance. Though SEPTA has stopped sales of tokens 5 years ago, they stopped sales 5 years ago. The mass transit provider announced Wednesday that starting January 1st, it will no longer accept tokens for sales. SEPTA had been using a token system for rides since at least the 1880s. The 1880s. Dog, they've been using tokens since slavery. 1864, I think, is when slavery was over. Jim Crow and all that. The motherfuckers in Texas, that's why we got Juneteenth. The motherfuckers in Texas was still in slavery. From Juneteenth. 1880, we've been using tokens in Philly. Amazing. That's so long ago. But soon the tokens, currently valued at $2 each, will go the way of the dodo, which is the dodo bird. So apparently a bird that is extinct, similar to good jobs in America. Dodo jobs are like dodo birds. God bless America. Since the sales of the tokens ended in 2018, SEPTA still accepted them for fares on buses and trolleys, as well as in kiosks, in stations, and for bus loops. So that's pretty cool. However, once 2024 hits, the tokens will become more souvenirs or reminders of a time before SEPTA's key card came to be, which I had to buy one of those last time I went home. It's the card concept. Nothing is paper or metal anymore. Money is about to go away. You see how they took away the tokens and there's no more paper food stamps? Again, I don't have my wallet. Dollar bills and all that shit. That's about 10 years. About 10 years before the government says we're not printing any more paper dollars. Everything is electronic, right? And then what they'll say is, but since people already have their original money, we're going to give you 10 years after this to spend the money. We'll still accept it, right? And you just got to bring it to some kind of depot to get electronic stuff for it, right? And then, so we only got about 20 possible full years left before the government completely gets rid of paper money. It's going to be exactly how they did with welfare, the paper welfare, and with the coins and all that. All this, coins, pennies, everything. Especially because of the diseases like C19. All that's gone over the next 20 years, guys. So that's a warning. Shout out to Volo and Bud's Techapalooza on Saturday, where we totally freak out over everything. So more information, SEPTA key card, blah, 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 blah. That was cute. Let's see what else they got going on in Philly. Horrific nightmare. Oh, this sounds terrible. Let's check it out.
The best part about being a bath fitter installer is the reveal. Homeowners
Look,
greet us in
just
the morning
because
and love that we're going to
the bathroom is
install a
dirty,
beautiful new
you
tub
threw
right
some
over the
plastic
old one
on it,
without
didn't
tearing the
even get
bathroom
shit.
apart. But they're never.
This motherfucker. Horrific nightmare. 3 teens shot. Middle schooler killed as a gunman fires into a large crowd in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Let's check out the story, guys.
You'll love. Call now or visit bathfitter.com.
And these businesses tell us that they are closing early tonight because they want to stay safe from the suspected shooter who, as of tonight, police have not arrested. Now, meanwhile, kids have been coming outside this shopping center plaza to look at the scene where their friend died. We now know his name was Peter Romano. A mother and aunt, heartbroken. They're standing in the spot where 14-year-old Peter Romano stood. The boy was among 3 people shot during a fight last night in Bensalem. Police say around 7:30, a call came in about a large group of juveniles fighting in the shopping center off Bristol Pike and Woodbine Avenue. While officers were on their way, the call was upgraded to a shooting. They found a 17 and 19-year-old had been shot in their legs. 14-year-old Romano shot in the chest. All 3 were taken to the hospital where Romano passed away. Police say the shots came from a parked car.
It was a vehicle that did flee north on Bristol Pike. That's all the information we have at this time. Bristol Pike's just right behind me here. The vehicle was coming up this roadway right here and then fled north on Bristol Pike after firing the rounds into a large crowd of juveniles.
This is devastating.
One bullet went through the front door and hit a wall in this woman's hair salon. Anna says she closed early because of Halloween and to avoid crowds of teenagers she says often hang in the parking lot.
Well, they, rowdy. They not very nice at times. And up till now, I just brushed it off as teenagers. But, it's becoming a problem.
Bensalem Township School District offered grief counseling to students today, writing in a statement, quote, "Please remember that you are not alone during this difficult time. Reach out to us, your friends, your neighbors, and to any support systems you may have." Now, several business owners around this area say they do have surveillance footage. They have given it over to police, reached out to police today to see if they can give us any more information on this suspect or that suspect car seen leaving north of Bristol Pike. They have not given us any update on that matter just yet. Jackie, I'll send it back to you. We're reporting live from Bensalem. Leah Uko, NBC 10 News.
And that is a cold shame. Jesus, always some madness going on in the city. Let's see what else is going on around town. College basketball coach. Separately, so this is not a Philly thing, but anybody that was a big college sports person knows that RIP to Bob Knight. Now, most people say that Bob Knight liked to punch his players. So I don't think everybody's excited. But let's check it out. You know what? I'm gonna run it back so I can read this since my little fair use thing is in the way. I'm gonna read the text. Legendary college basketball coach Bob Knight, known for his temper and success, dies at 83. Knight's coaching career spanned 42 seasons between the Army, Indiana, Texas Tech, along with coaching the 1984 gold medal U.S. team. His nickname, the General, was fitting for his temper, which ultimately got him fired from Indiana in 2000. Despite being known for his demeanor, he took pride in players' high graduation rates and never was accused of a major NCAA violation. RIP to Bob Knight, the guy who he used to get his players.
At Bathfitter, we've helped
all right.
customers.
Let's stop with your commercials. Get out my business. Oh, God, another tough story here in Cobb Street. Looks like a mother and a daughter were shot.
Tonight, a mother and her daughter are in the hospital after being shot.
Jesus Christ, a mother and daughter shot in the home. Let me run this back and make it big, guys. Jesus Christ.
Tonight, a mother and her daughter are in the hospital after being shot in the Cobbs Creek section of Philadelphia. Police say they were shot after a man knocked on the front door of their home at South 57th and Spruce Streets looking for a specific person. Officials say the man fired 5 shots after learning that person didn't live there.
Philly.
The 16 and 50-year-olds are both listed as stable. Police believe they have the shooter in custody.
57th and Spruce. Yeah, that sounds like Southwest Philly, West Philly shit. Shame. See what else we got. Biden calls. So Biden wants to actually tell them to stop blowing each other up. Nah. Humanitarian. Yo, this old motherfucker right here. You know what? Let me back up. Let me leave this bitch ass nigga alone. I ain't got time for it. Let's see what else is going on. Philly hit and run. Says the guy was knocked out of his shoes. Oh my God.
Look for daily views from NBC 10's new Valley Forge.
Oh my God. Deadly Philly hit and run. Man knocked out of shoes and dragged hundreds of feet. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, let me get my news report look on. Because I'm reading it to you. Philly, again, deadly Philly hit and run. Man knocked out of his shoes. Like he got hit so hard, they popped off, my dude. Popped off. Jesus Christ. And then dragged hundreds of feet. Jesus Christ. R.I.P. to the God. The victim was struck with such a force that he was knocked out of both of his sneakers. So not just one, like, oh, sneaker. No. This one too. Just bam, car. Knocked him right out of both them shits. Oh my God. Let's check out this story. I'm going to read it afterwards. Let's listen to the short version. Let's get past this commercial because these niggas always trying to get up in my shit. Who they selling for right now? Who they pushing for? Oh, Valley Forge. I like Valley Forge.
By the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
Go to Valley
Make it
Forge.
Monto
I
at
do like Valley Forge.
valleyforge.org.
It's a nice historical place in Pennsylvania and Philly.
The surveillance video captured it all. Police just releasing some of it, but they say it shows the man clearly being dragged about 400 feet. The impact, as you mentioned, even knocking him out of his shoes. We spoke with the man who crossed the same street just seconds to the collision.
It could have been me.
It could have been anybody. And it could have been this man who didn't want to be identified on camera, but tells us that he had just crossed Lehigh Avenue and Emerald Street around 3 a.m. when he heard the deadly collision.
3 a.m.
I'm standing across the street, right? And we hear this truck like coming from the other light before this light, and we hear him like, gunning it. And I thought he hit a bump that bump that's right there in the road.
It took him a while to realize what happened. After all, this was in the middle of the night. He saw the shoes and eventually spotted the body hundreds of feet away.
I came crossing the street right there, like, look. They say he's not, look, they say, a car's flying, you ain't got no chance because you're watching every way. So if he didn't see him, and then the guy couldn't stop though, like he didn't even care.
The man who was killed is believed to be in his 30s and was pronounced dead just minutes after
Probably
police
a drunk
arrived.
driver.
They found several parts of the car that took off, described as a dark-colored Cadillac Escalade. And police say it should have significant damage. This man says it's not uncommon for cars driving in this area to be reckless.
It's just dangerous all around here, Like, it is sad, though. It really is sad. Because it could, like I said, it could have been me crossing the street. That's why I don't even like standing right here where we are. Seriously, because somebody just hit that wall right over there, like 3-4 days ago. A lot of stuff happening around here.
So now police are hoping that newly released surveillance video and the broken pieces of the car that they found will lead them to this damaged SUV and its driver. Again, this happening in the Kensington neighborhood around 3 this morning at Lehigh Avenue and Emerald Street. Live from police headquarters, I'm Francis Wang, NBC 10 News.
All right. Excellent scenario. Damn. R.I.P. to the God. That's a sad one right there. That's pretty sad, guys.
Look for daily views from NBC 10's new Valley Forge
That's one of the
Tourism.
stories. Some guy in court for defrauding the union, hit and run. A scary yard sale. Oh, this is cute. So Delaware is right next to Philly. It's a 30 to 45 minute drive. If you live in like, let's see. There's Pennsylvania. Then there's New Jersey. And Delaware is like right here. Right? So if you live in like south or eastern, it's only like 15 minutes to Delaware. Or if you live where I live, it's about 30, 45 minutes, okay? Delaware is basically Philly. And they had something happen in Delaware. It looks like it was a fun, fluff story. So let's check it out. It says they had a cool.
We've helped over 2 million
that's like a
customers turn
Halloween
their outdated bathrooms into the
yard sale.
space of their dreams.
Again, number one, they're really pushing this bath fitter shit. The fuck, my nigga?
You may know us from our
like,
tub
why
over
they
tub
pushing
liners,
this bath
but
fitter
have
shit
you heard
so
about our other
fucking
transformation
hard,
options?
bro? Like,
From converting your tub
fuck, my
into a
nigga?
sleek, modern shower
Like,
to replacing your entire tub and shower setup, Bathfitter has a solution to meet your custom needs.
Every commercial
And with our lifetime warranty, you
has
can
been
trust
for
in the
this bath
quality
fitter
and durability of our products.
Fucking
Bathfitter. It just
I will
fits.
get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll buy it.
Last week, we took you to
I'm
this
lying. I'm
Delaware
cheap.
home that
Fuck
goes
you,
all
man.
out for Halloween and told you after 26 years, the homeowners have decided this
Well,
is
let's
their
make this
last year of
big.
decorating.
And they decided that all the decorations would be up for sale. And there's no shortage of takers. NBC 10's Tim Furlong takes us to the scariest yard sale we'll probably ever see.
You better run away.
All the stuff that has been spooky here at the mayor's house for the last 26 Halloweens.
If I catch you, you have to give up your soul.
Well, it is all now for sale.
I just thought I'd come up and get a piece of history. I'd like to have
Sorry,
something from
guys.
his display to put in ours.
After my recent NBC story about this home in North Wilmington's Arden community.
Oh, it exploded.
Yeah, everyone who didn't know about the home learned of it, and they learned about the big decoration sale starting November 1st.
People have been here since 8:30 in the morning.
Does it make you think for even a little bit, like maybe we should do it one more year?
No. No. No.
Frank and Pat Mayer are now in their 70s, and this whole setup takes a ton of time and physical labor. They decided year 26 would
Man.
have to be their final year going all out like this, but they are happy their decorations are getting new homes.
Halloween and told you after 26 years, the homeowners have decided this is their last year of decorating.
And they
I
decided
want to
that
run it
all the
back. I know
decorations
my
would be
internet
up
was
for
stuttering a
sale.
little bit.
And there's no shortage of takers. NBC 10's Tim Furlong takes us to the scariest yard sale we'll probably ever see.
You better run away.
All the stuff that has been spooky here at the mayor's house for the last 26 Halloweens.
If I catch you, you have to give up your soul.
Well, it is all now for sale.
I just thought I'd come up and get a piece of history. I'd like to have something from his display to put in ours.
After my recent NBC story about this home in North Wilmington's Arden community.
Oh, it exploded.
Yeah, everyone who didn't know about the home learned of it, and they learned about the big decoration sale starting November 1st.
People have been here since 8:30 in the morning.
Does it make you think for even a little bit, like maybe we should do it one more year?
No. No.
Frank and Pat Mayer are now in their 70s, and this whole setup takes a ton of time and physical labor. They decided
My nigga
year
said
26
no.
would have to be their final year going
I'm
all
good.
out like this, but they are happy their decorations are getting new homes.
Oh, all of this stuff is going to live on. And everybody is so happy with what they're getting.
The mayor say they're going to keep selling this stuff until everything is gone. They accept cash, they accept Venmo. And here's the thing. They're not really putting price tags on anything, but give them a nice offer. A lot of this stuff is in really great condition, and some of it they made by hand. There's a lot of sentimental value attached to a lot of this stuff.
Search the Mayor Halloween House in Arden on Facebook to get the address, and maybe you too can be one of the folks packing up some seriously odd stuff into your SUV.
He'll have a good home.
And when you see the mayors, give them a big thank you for all the Halloween season frights and smiles they've given their community for over a quarter century. In the Arden section of North Wilmington, Delaware, Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
That's a beautiful fluff story about something that's going on around town. We're back out here. Here we are.
The best part about being a bath fitter installer is the reveal. Homeowners Owners greet us in the morning and love that we're
This
going to
fucking
install
cut right
a
here.
beautiful
Don't
new
get me started.
tub right over their old one without tearing the bathroom apart. But they're never quite prepared for what they get come the end of the day. We call it the wow moment. When they see their new bathtub,
Oh, Philly's greatest
the best part
athlete.
about being a
Female
bath fitter
athlete.
installer is the
Oh.
reveal.
This
Homeowners
says,
greet us in the morning
Philly's
and
greatest
love that we're
female
going to
athletes
install
come
a
together.
beautiful new tub
Women
right
in
over their
Sports
old one
Summit
without tearing the bathroom
brings
apart. But they're
Philadelphia's
never quite prepared for what they get come
greatest
the end of the day.
female athletes.
We call it the wow moment.
Let's check
when
it
they
out.
see their new bathtub that's high
This
quality,
bath fitter
more
commercial,
beautiful than they could have
these
imagined,
motherfuckers are
I can't help but smile.
Like,
Since
dude,
it's bath fitter,
dude.
it's built to last a
Dude,
lifetime. We guarantee it.
We're not getting it. We're
You
not
too
paid,
can have a
bro.
bathroom you'll
You
love.
Only old
Call
people
now or
watch
visit
the regular news or some
bathfitter.com.
shit.
Uniting Philadelphia's greatest female sports advocates to promote equal opportunities for women. That was the goal of today's Women in Sports Summit, hosted by the nonprofit Philadelphia Youth Sports Collaborative. And as NBC 10's Rosemary Connors explains, a WNBA superstar from Delaware County who plays for the Washington Mystics was back in her hometown to lend her support.
Internet tripping.
Y'all want to do a boomerang or a selfie? Well known in Philadelphia and beyond. Cloud! Got it! WNBA champion superstar and activist Tasha Cloud returned to her roots on Wednesday.
Philly means everything to me, so being able to be back home with my people, it's a great feeling.
In town for a Women in Sports Summit, she met with fans who have
beat
followed her
boys.
career to the pros from her days playing locally at Cardinal O'Hara High School and St. Joe's University.
But to be surrounded by just like
Yo, be
powerful,
surrounded, my
badass
dude.
women that just all are kind of like-minded, it's very empowering. And then to come back and to potentially network and make relationships and cultivate things that we can bring resources and opportunities back to Philly for young girls
Like, yo,
myself growing up here.
they done got your
That's
boy
really special
pregnant,
for me.
dog.
On a
They done
mission to
got your boy
generate those
pregnant.
resources, the summit
What's
aims
happening?
to raise the visibility and awareness of the nonprofit
little,
Philadelphia
creep
Youth
chick.
Sports Collaborative.
We exist to make sure that young people in Philadelphia have access to quality sports and physical education. We believe and we know that there's an equity gap in youth sport. There's people who have it and there's kids who don't.
I really wanted to get an education, and so I got a scholarship to play basketball.
Okay, she's not a
Athletes,
cute
coaches,
chick.
and supporters listen closely to Trailblazers talk about how the game has changed, especially since the passage of Title IX.
Women's basketball's taken off right now, and
All
it's just
right.
an exciting
Whoa,
time to
whoa,
be
whoa.
part of women's sports.
As a Philadelphia native and playing in Philadelphia sports at LaSalle
You look like
University,
she got a nice crossover, bro.
it had enriched my life in so many different ways. Like I can't begin to talk about the different avenues that has opened for me in my professional life as well as my personal life.
For many here at this summit, it's an opportunity to reconnect with familiar faces and to promote better access to sports for young women in Philadelphia.
Hell yeah.
Tasha's wonderful.
Well,
I mean,
ladies,
I had
go.
the opportunity, of course, to coach her and just to see her grow as an athlete, as an advocate, as a woman who has really given back to her community. It makes me very, very proud.
What does the future of women in sports look like to you from your perspective?
I feel like we haven't even come close to scratching the surface. And I know for me specifically and my sisters in the W, we always want to leave our sport better than what we found it. And so that the next generation
Well,
of women
she's
don't
in
have
the
to fight the
WNBA.
same fights that we're fighting now. So I just see the sky's the limit.
Cloud is certain of it. I'm Rosemary Connors, NBC 10 News.
So we got a couple of Philly chicks in the WNBA. So my sister's in the
At
W.
Bathfitter, we've helped
Yo,
over 2
I
million
just want
customers
to say
turn
for my
their
sisters
outdated
in
bathrooms
the
into the
W.
space of their dreams. You may know us from our tub over tub liners, but
All
have you heard about
right,
our other transformations?
all right. These motherfuckers be tripping. Let's see what else we got for the news segment. Yard sale, Women in Sports Summit. I think we've covered it all. Let's check out. Let's see what they got in the sports section. Jim Moore explains why they did the Harden deal. So if anybody doesn't know, James Harden recently got traded from the Sixers to the Clippers for a bunch of people in draft picks. So let's check this out. And he wants to say why they did the deal. And they say they ideally use the cap space. And the Sixers do now have a ton of money to use to even bring somebody now or next year to the team to help us win. Okay, I don't know why. Oh, it didn't play. What is this? Oh, this is it right here. Oh, at least it's not that commercial. You know what? Since it's not that commercial, I want you to hear this one.
A black genie. If you pick 2 right,
The simple fact, it's not that fucking
win
bathroom
3X.
commercial.
Pick 4
Right.
right, you win 10x. And if you pick 6 right, You win 25 extra cash.
Don't get no better than this.
Oh, but it does. Because right now, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy.
We're really excited for what this trade brings as well in terms of our ability to keep improving the team going forward, both in the draft capital we got that we thought was extremely important for our ability to keep improving and being a championship caliber team.
Well, rich guy.
Very encouraged that we were able to get what we had we set a bar in June, really, when James requested the trade and said, look, if we can get it to here, that should be what generally allows you to go out and get a player. And, having a player like Drew go for a similar package was sort of validating on that. So we set that bar, and obviously it came together where the Clippers met that price. And so that's why the trade happened when it did.
What sort of regrets do you have about your part in how things played out this summer?
If there's anything that it got to the point where he wanted to leave, that I wish it hadn't gotten to that. I do think, based on what I know, it was unavoidable, but it got to the place where he wanted to leave. I didn't think that was great. But once he got there, that's where we said, okay, now let's go do what gives us the best chance to win here. We never got to the point where we were offered. He chose to opt in and say he wanted to go before we got to the moment where we were making those decisions. Look, I'm not naively saying he felt like maybe the direction was going in a way that he didn't feel like it was going to turn out how he wanted when we were going to get that opportunity. But it truly never got to the point where we were going to sit down and say, here's what we'll do. So we never got that opportunity. So to me, that's more the issue that was, would have been nice if it could have been different.
All right, so there you go. So he's basically saying James Harden acting like a bitch. But not really. He trying to, they trying to make it seem like it was kind of his fault. What else we got going on? BMT in the house, just coming in the door. What's happening, sire?
Yeah, man.
What's going on with you? You was taking one of them Nizzy naps?
Yeah, and nature called, and I was like, damn, I fell asleep. Good sleep too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good sleep is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ain't gonna hear me arguing with that right there and whatnot.
So you over there,
up in here, we'll jump right into you and whatnot.
Both your teams got better.
Huh?
Both your teams got better.
Have you ever seen James Harden play basketball before?
Yeah, dribble.
We gave him
I got the shot.
50 first-round picks. We gave him Covington and Batum. You tell me Covington and Batum is worth PJ Tucker? PJ Tucker is my height, nigga, and just as old and slow. That nigga needs this. PJ Tucker, all he do is sell weed in the corner while he waiting for that three. That's all he do. He can't stick nobody. Like, we can put him on LeBron. You can't put PJ Tucker on LeBron James. You can put a 25-year-old PJ Tucker on LeBron James. You ain't putting no 40-year-old PJ Tucker on shit but a big bitch. Got him. James ain't shit. And whatnot. I don't even think we even gave up nobody else. We just gave a bunch of picks and shit. And that was it. And we got like all this cap money. We got all these players back that we can trade for a new nigga now to add to the team and make us better for the run. Or we could be happy with what we got, which I don't think we need shit else, to tell you the truth. We done robbed them niggas for two glue guys. Covington and Dude both play good defense, both like to pass, both shoot open threes, and one of them, if not both, have played in Philly before. And probably love Philly, right?
Yeah, Covington's good for
Do you remember when we were grooming Covington to be one of our stars?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be glad to be back.
Yeah. And Embiid's going to be happy
glad
about that.
to be out of the Clipper disappointment. You know what I mean? But here's a great trade. So what's your opinion on this?
It's pretty much the same. You know, I want to see who's the Clippers center.
Zubac.
So Zubac, and he got 4 guards basically around him.
They don't really give him the ball to shoot. They just make him clean up all their bullshit.
Yeah, it's perfect for him.
Yeah, he hates it. But, you know, he's like, fuck it, I guess this is my life. He's basically white DeAndre Jordan. So that means he does everything else but jump high.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What else is going on with you?
No, that's about it. You know, I'm a load my game up and readjust my NBA 2K, you know, what year we are, 25 now, 24.
Some of that bullshit.
Yeah, and readjust my team and you know, try to play some, you know, video basketball game. Everything else the same is good. You know, me and Boom been hanging out and doing little live streams. Yesterday was Halloween, so my neighborhood's out of control because they actually pull out tables and everything.
How was that?
That was cool. I forgot they did that, really, because usually I'm be at work and you know, Kim, you know, they'll take care of the kids and everything. So it was kind of weird to come home and see the old heads pulling out tables and then I just sent them out there and said, go have fun. And he went out there with no costume on and came back and said, they giving out full candy bars.
Damn, but yo, ain't nobody got a full candy bar since 1985, my nigga. Since before niggas started putting like razor blades and poison in them and shit. You know what I mean?
No, they gave him full candy bars and everything. So we had a ball. And
so
then
was this your first Halloween, like being home early?
Yeah, I wish I would have. I wish I'd have put a costume on. You know,
a dog. L.A. Like I'm gonna tell you something. Philly, and I'm not used to the suburbs of Philly. So everybody inside of Philly, if you come around them wearing a mask, you pretty much get shot at as a threat, right?
Yeah.
So only little kids are allowed to really enjoy Halloween in the city.
Yeah.
But in the suburbs and stuff, they kind of do it like Halloween is a dog. LA, the entire city, the week before, dog. It was just fireworks going off earlier in the show. Is it Halloween, Bolo? You know what I'm saying? Dog, everybody here wears costumes. And not only that, there's a big parade. I actually uploaded some videos I was going to go through as one of my segments. And just play some of them so people can see what the West Hollywood thing looks like. You can actually see too, but it's basically, dog, it's crazy. And I was drunk, of course.
Yeah.
And just walked with tons of people out. Everybody, and this was yesterday, a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And don't have off from work. And it was packed all night till like 1, 2 a.m. I left early. So that was great. So what else happened with the Halloween thing?
That was pretty. Oh, and then he after that he came in. We played a little. We did a little online thing with what's the name of the thing? Five Nights with Freddy.
Yep.
So we did that, and then we raced on Mario.
I went to see that, but and my homie was in it. I told him I liked it, but I remember I told you I got drunk and passed out. But he don't know that. He don't watch the show. I'm gonna go see it again now because I really want to see it. Because I remember kind of seeing him, but I was so drunk. I didn't really take it in right, you know.
Yeah.
Because I was in and out. So when you watch a movie and you in and out, did you guys like it?
With the movie, we played the video game.
Oh, there's a game.
Yeah, there's a it's this 5-game series. It's a weird game.
Oh, you think? Have you heard of the movie?
Yeah.
So Five Nights at Freddy's is a game.
Yeah, it's the actual game.
At Freddy's.
So we did a live stream of us playing the game.
Is there a video of that up somewhere?
He might have it private though.
Oh, it's not on your joint, Ski Bop?
It's on my secondary channel. But he controls it. I let him control it. He the one that got it to save. You know, I mean, the first time I messed up.
Yeah, no, they give you the option at the end of every YouTube stream to save it.
Okay.
Yep. You just gotta remember to hit the button before you back out. You know what I mean? Oh, because I was gonna say, I want to see what this shit looks like. I'm gonna look up the game trailer. I'm gonna look at the trailer.
Okay. Oh, what's the? I'm trying to remember this guy. I used to watch.
So that's why people want to take the kids to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, why are people so hyped to take their kids to see this? This is a fucking horror movie, my nigga.
It's a classic game.
Oh.
He ain't really even play the game because you gotta search out getting jump scared or whatever, you know. So he's just sitting in the room, opening and closing doors. I'm like, what are you supposed to be doing? Like, I don't even understand the game really. Like, you can't walk around and nothing, but you be looking on these monitors, and I guess when you keep going between the different monitors, things be moving in the background. Like, what was that? What, trying to see the differences and stuff.
We're gonna do the movie and the video game trailer. We'll do the video game first, video game trailer first, and then we'll do the movie. So IGN, what is it called? The Something Games Network. Weren't they one of the first guys to have a video game magazine?
I was EGM or
Oh, that was E. Yeah, it was E, not I, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought this was done. This was probably done. They just changed their name. No, you know how the machine works, my nigga.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here.
New A to be opened up next week.
Right. Commercial. Shout out to StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard. Is the window big enough? Yeah, it's big enough. You know, let's put us off to the side so you can get a better look at it. We're right back. Oh.
Yeah, it's on this Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing.
Oh yeah, the movie was on that shit. Worst video game trailer in the history of sports. Let's look at this second trailer.
Falling down, London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Hello. Well, if you're hearing this, then chances are you've made a very poor career choice.
I'm stopping it right now. These fucking trailers are horse shit. What the fuck? It's not a movie, my nigga. It's a game. I'm gonna go to gameplay. 1 second. Walkthrough. Here we go.
Sup, YouTube? What's going on? Corey Kinchin here, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy. No, this isn't gonna be a good.
Let me give him his credit. We're gonna look at it this way because he's the only one that's gonna take you through the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was some.
Sup, YouTube? What's going on? Corey Kinchin here, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy. No, this isn't gonna be a good time. This is not. Look at that bear, though. Look at that. Some of you guys asked me to play this game, so let's do it. New game. Help wanted. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Family pizzeria looking for security guard to work the night shift. Let's do it. Don't freeze on me. Whoa, the freak. Hello? How do I answer the phone? Where's the phone?
Is this how you was feeling, Bolo?
Yeah. It's just how the game is. So it's really all your commentary on the craziness.
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night.
All right, thank you.
I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact. So I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Let's skip forward a little bit.
Oh, if I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath,
Let's skip forward again.
yeah.
Bite of
It's
87.
amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort
And damage. And death, yes.
So they force people into the suit. Oh my god, I was so drunk. I don't remember.
Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow.
Skip a little bit.
Okay. I'm starting to make sense of things. Is there anything on the right side?
Let's skip to this part right here.
Hey, if we can.
Let's skip to this part right here.
Explaining! Don't do anything. Look away, guys. Everything will be okay if we can. What? What happened? Oh no. Oh my gosh.
How do you play
All
this
right, we're
game?
back. Night 1. Here we go. See, the power is being drained all the time. And how do I prevent that from happening? Can I prevent that from happening? Oh, good. At 80.
Sound like how I was
It's
asking
1 a.m.
Boom
I
all
wonder
the
what
questions.
time you have to.
What's that?
That's what I was asking Boom the whole time. Like, what in the world are you doing? Why can't he asking the same questions?
That's dude, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit, I don't get it at all.
No, it's a really,
Last until.
it's really a stupid game.
Stupid game.
That freaking bear scares me the most. Just being honest. Ah, man, this is.
I'm skipping around it.
You think you slick, don't you? You think you slick. Corey Kenshin sees you, all right? You're not going to escape from the CK. Did anybody else move? Okay. As long as we got this guy in our sights, we should be all right. We should be all right. It looks like there are 2 ways they could go. They could go to the right or the left.
So your job is
Camera
to, hold
7
on, pause,
commands the right side.
So your job is to watch the cameras. So basically, as long as you can keep an eye on them, you're good.
Yeah, I guess.
But if you don't keep an eye on them, that's when shit goes down.
Yeah.
And 1B. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Oh, wait a
Where did he go?
minute.
Sights. We should be all right. We should be all right. It looks like there are 2 ways they could go. They could go to the right or the left. Camera 7 commands the right side, and 1B. Wait, where'd he go?
Uh-oh.
Where'd he go? Where did he go? Oh my gosh, I can't. Where is he?
You start freaking out, checking.
Where is he? I've lost the other one. Oh, that is not. Oh, there he is. Right in the hallway. Just chilling like a villain, huh? But come on and run up. Run up, get done up, sucker. Run up, gets done up.
So,
oh my.
How do you defend yourself, Olo?
No, you can. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You just have to watch the cameras perfectly, and that's how you win the game?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. I really don't understand the game.
Gosh, if I worked here,
it was $7.
If I worked here, let's just say I would need a pair of pants.
$7 or $8 gone.
This is just like a movie.
Yeah.
Every single day. A new pair of pants every single day. Inanimate objects, that's got to be one of the most scary things to me. And teddy bears and ducks and little playthings like that, no. So this time I'm going to wait until I can see his face, since we're still going to have power. And I'm going to shut that door off. Hopefully that works. If not, then I just wasted a lot of time. And a brother doesn't like to waste time. Y'all know a brother. Gets stuff done, efficient. I'm scared. Can you just hurry up and move already? Okay, yeah, these two are still chilling. I'm still watching camera. What? Where is he? He's moving. There he is. Get off of the thing. Close the door. Turn that light on. Okay, I don't see him. He's got to be really close, though. I wonder if we can wait until we can see him. I'm going to just spam this light switch, though, because I know... Is he walking? Do I hear walking right now? And what happens if I run out of power? Oh! Close the door! Oh, shoot! Oh! Okay, the door's closed. Where are the other two at? Oh, no. Oh! I lost the other one. I can't find the other one. And I got 5% left. I'm done for. I'm so freaking done for. Is it time to leak? I did it!
I get that.
Oh,
you get that?
Okay, I get it. So basically, it kind of makes me understand the movie now. That basically the security guard to survive's job is as long as you can keep an eye on these niggas all night, you're good. And I assume the job must pay great. Right? Because why would you play this game? But then again, your first night, you don't want to just quit the job and leave me. I just like, you know what, I'm quitting, nigga. Fuck this. But you know, I'll do it because you know your first night at any job, you go through the first night at any job, right?
Yeah.
So, but why would you come back for night 2? After I got off of work, I'm like, man, fuck this job. Right?
Now
we got to watch the movie trip.
Use that $5 to buy some Ripple.
Something, bro. The fuck they doing? Like I'm second night. There is no second night, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Fuck is you talking about? Right? They crazy.
So you know, I just motivate him to play some Mario Kart, and we're racing. He's been beating my butt in Mario Kart.
Oh yes, how's that going? Are you guys streaming that at all, or?
Yeah, we played a little bit of that, and then we played a little bit of Mario Wonder. So just showing the game and doing some commentary and trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, stick with it.
Yeah, Sonic, stop all that. I'm gonna lock you up.
What happened?
My friend is my cat.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some emo trying to kill you and shit.
Yeah, the same thing. Emo ain't saying that. Emo sleep.
Yeah, emo cannot be trusted. All right, let's see what's going on. So this is the movie that my homie's in. He's actually, if this is the same trailer I saw, he's the guy that shows up. No, don't follow Universal Pictures, bitch ass. Ain't give him a like. Let's see what we got going on here. Play it.
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes. A security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Give me your hand.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Okay.
You must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Them.
Nigga, what's up through all this?
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Bobby! Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Bobby, go!
Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
Now, a side note, I have friends in Los Angeles that they do this thing that are called furries, where they put on animal costumes and go out and have relations with people. So that joke that guy made about the taxi, like, why I get all the weirdos? It's a joke about furries. So there's people who walk around in costumes that look just like that bear dog, and they go out and they party and they like hang out as a crew and like kick it and like do freaky shit. It's a fetish. Furries. I actually know a guy, one of the stand-up comedians I know, he says, yeah, I'm a furry. And then it wasn't why it was these pictures of him in like this wolf costume. And I'm just like, dude. But you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check that Five Nights at Freddy's out again too, because I missed parts of it. I was a little drunk. It was still a good movie. Let's see what else we got.
It was still a good movie, huh?
Yeah, it was a good movie and whatnot. So if I see the whole thing, it's gonna be really good. And whatnot. I was just glad my homie was in the shit. That was dope. That means you put in the work, shit shows up. Anything else for your gaming report, Polo?
Yeah, that's it. You know, I'm touching on a whole bunch of games. I'm revisiting. I sent you a text saying if you did the Apple, what's the name of the thing? Apple Arcade.
Oh yeah. What about?
Yeah, so I got an Apple Arcade account. Now I'm be playing none of the games. So I'm gonna get back to playing some Apple Arcade games. So I'm gonna start sharing those and little gameplays on that stuff too. You know.
Oh yeah, for a while. You know, it's interesting because I remember when I got my pads. So you get that Android shit, you get that Google Play. So you got the Google apps, but you also got Google Games.
Yeah.
So you know how like if you're on a PlayStation, you get the friends. Basically, if you got the Google app, they basically try to hook you up with people that also have stuff that's in your contacts. And then they try to get y'all to play games. So I remember when I first started, it was always trying to get me to play games with Courtney. That nigga actually wanted to play. I was like, nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. Android ass game. I'm not playing this bullshit.
Sonic,
what's that?
I'm about to beat this cat.
What is the cat doing?
Messing up my furniture.
Oh, you need a scratching post.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Well, question: do you have a scratching post?
In the basement. I'm about to go get it or chase him down there.
Yeah, you need to get more than one done. Something.
Where you at? What's wrong with you? You better run.
Yeah, you better run. Oh yeah, let me play some of the videos from last night. Any other stuff for your video game life or gaming report?
No, that's it. That's all. I'm, I ain't been playing this other. I've just been playing that. Doing the live stream with my son. So, and I'm gonna do more of that, and then I'm gonna do impromptus now. A little 30 minutes here, there, or whatever, and then try to do a topic in the background on it.
Nice. Did you want to do the words of the day?
Yeah, let's do that.
There it is. All right.
What's the word of the day?
Okay, here's the word of the day from the SAT Word of the Day skill.
Today's SAT prep word of the day is torpid. It means having lost motion, slow or unenergetic. It's spelled T-O-R-P-I-D. Here's how you use torpid in a sentence. My torpid dog just lays on the couch all day.
Huh.
If you're enjoying your SAT word of the day.
Stop.
All right. Torpid, T-O-R-P-I-D. Number one, this is the first time I've actually learned a new word. Did you ever hear this word before, Volo?
Nah, that's new to me too.
Torpid. Number one, it sounds like the name of some future black person. Oh, you know what I'm gonna name her? Torpid Jenkins. Number one. Number two, I have to use it in a sentence. Torpid. If you had to describe half of my ex-girlfriends in bed, you would say they were torpid. Torpid. Good. What is our slang or Spanish word of the day?
Let's go Spanish next, I guess. Ziggy, enable Spanish word of the day.
Okay, here's Spanish word of the day.
Today's Spanish word of the day is face. To say face in Spanish, say cara. Here it is again. Cara. Here's how you use it in a sentence. To say, don't forget to put sunscreen on your face, say, no te olvides de poner crema solar en la cara. Let's listen to that a little faster. No te olvides de poner crema solar en la cara. If you're enjoying your Spanish word of the day,
stop.
No te escrime la peler a las cara. All right, number one. The Spanish word of the day be adding too many motherfucking other Spanish words to the Spanish word. Can we just do it like, hey, nigga, don't hit me in my cara. That's my Spanish word of the day. So I'm going to use la cara, or as a man, it's probably la caro in Spanish, but let's go with la cara. Prima, ¿dónde está el baño? So I can place my dick on your face and nut. I don't know. I'm not good with cara. Cara, nigga, that's a terrible word. What's the slang word of the day? That cara shit is racist.
Okay, we're about to find out which one is worse.
Oh my God, I don't know. It's probably slang. That white bitch, she always fuck it up.
Slang word of the day.
today's slang word of the day is low key. It means that what you're saying is something that you don't want everyone to know. Here's how you use it in a sentence. I low key have a crush on Timmy. Enjoying your slang word of the day?
Stop.
Low key. Well, I just want to say I am high key sick of bitches like her saying shit like low key. But I will tell you, it's a West Coast thing. All these motherfuckers out here use low key. Ever since I got it, low key, da 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 da. Loki, do they use that shit back home at all?
Nah.
What is that bullshit? It's a West Coast thing.
Ours is capped now.
Yeah, cap. Yeah, cap is universal. Cap is universal, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cap is universal, man. That's what all these little bitch ass niggas say. It's all cap to these little bitch ass niggas. All right, why am I being mean to the kids? Fuck them. All right, I love the kids, man. I just don't like talking to them, or socializing with them, or being around them, or being associated with them in any way, shape, or form. But past that, I love the kids, man. So that's great. And whatnot. So, let's check out some of these videos. We'll do my Halloween. I did the Hollywood Halloween Festival here. Let's see. HALLOWEEN Festival West Hollywood, Los Angeles. Some of my... all right, I'm doing too much. Los Angeles, 10/31/23. Well, I'll put me up because I was crazy. Let's bring up some of these. I think I saved some of them. Let's see what we got here. Yep, I got a few of them saved. So we'll go through them. I think I'm for 5 or 6. They're only about a minute long. I'll go through these. Let's see. This will be fun. I'm trying to experiment with using more stuff. Okay, so wait, I'm confused. All right, wait. All right, so let's go to the top. So everything from the top down should be these. So let's go to the first one. So you can kind of see the progression of my night. Now, I didn't pick all the videos. I only picked the ones that I felt like were significant. So here's one. So this is when I first got there. So it was spread out. A lot of people. Of course, the crazy costume. Hopefully, make sure you talk during this Rolo for copyright purposes so that we can these motherfuckers is wild. All right, next video. Let's see what else you got. Video file. Go back down here to the next one. And dog, it's like this every Halloween. Everybody wears costumes, even at work. Everybody. Mind you, when I first got off, was in Hollywood, not even this area, the whole Hollywood strip where you got the stars was also pretty much like this, but from more of a tourist perspective, where everybody was out, costumes, street was packed. Tuesday night, I mean, man, they take Halloween seriously out this joint, keep out, man. All right, next video. So that was 2. So we got 3, 5. Let's look at this one. Let's see what else we got. Let's go through a couple more. I got a few more. Let's see what else we got. Bam. Share screen. No. Damn it, wrong button. Asshole. You guys don't you make fun of me. Don't you? So 9:14. I need to figure out how to make like a, you know what? I need to make it.
I made it to the top of the hill, nigga. This hill is the worst shit in Hollywood, my nigga. You want to go 2 blocks just to do something, right? You might want to catch your Uber, go to the club. This hill right here, my nigga. You see the white people? They tired too, but white people in good shape because they hike all the time. They go out walking in the woods and shit. White people weird. Nigga, I'm tired. I am tired. Yeah. You ever walk up this hill before, angry woman with the dark hair? Yep. Worst decision you could ever make. I don't know. You're Mr. C. But we got the same horns, so you probably my cousin.
I was socialized.
Stay out of trouble, because you seem like a troublemaker. Fellas, you contain this woman. She seems like a troublemaker. She a troublemaker, Jack. Man, this hill, nigga. I want y'all to walk down this hill and come back up. This shit is real. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, I was I was hammering.
I don't think you understand.
Yo.
I was bent, cuz. I was bent, yo. Let's see, I only got a couple more. I have a bunch of other stuff that was showing like Hollywood, but I was like, you know, I'm not gonna try to play them all. I'm just gonna play a few of them. So
It was like South Street times 20 out there, John.
Dog. Every Christmas, the whole city for 2 weeks is like that during Halloween. Your job, everywhere. They're like, yo, what costume you wearing? What you wearing? What you wearing? You know, sometimes I used to be so stupid, I would go out and spend $250 on a costume. And because I wouldn't want to just buy a costume, I would make my own. So I would go to the costume store and like build my own shit. But it's worth it because people like appreciate you doing it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I was in party mode right here. You see, I was party mode. Hey, hey.
There's the Uber coming over there.
Mind you, this is an open street. There's usually cars going down the street like that. It's a wall of people for, I think it's like 10 or 15 blocks. The last video. Let's get it. Let's place last one. Get out of here. Okay, this guy with the gun costume is wild, and I didn't even pay attention to him. Yo, the dude with the nun costume is wild. Did you see that shit?
No, I missed it.
Thank God you did. Okay, so you want me to explain what it was?
Yeah.
It was a Latino gentleman that was about 6'3". He had a nun costume on, but the bottom half of his costume, he had a thong on and thigh-high stockings with heels.
TMI.
Like I said, I'm thanking God that my little Halloween festival thing covered it. Like, thank God YouTube won't flag me for gratuitous material. So thank God for that. So that was that. So that's the Hollywood thing. So what you think about that?
Y'all look like y'all be wilding. It explains everything. I'm starting to psychoanalyze y'all.
Oh man, it's all trained. It's all trained. You got to be an angel amongst demons. That's why I dress as Satan, because he's the safest person here. You know what I mean? So we also got our Philly bio, Miss Nancy Walker. Anything else you want to talk about at all?
That's about it. Yeah, Tuesday is election day, so make sure y'all go out and vote for Volo M. Tautology. I'm running for mayor of Philadelphia.
That's right, voting day. Oh yeah, it's election time for the midterms and other stuff. So everybody go out there and vote. Please choose any party. Don't worry about picking Republicans or Democrats because you want to win. Stop trying to be part of the winning team. You're a loser anyway. Pick who you respect. Pick who you love. Pick someone who has the power. If they're independent, if they're green, if they're libertarian, whoever it is. But do not just pick the Democrats and Republicans because that's what you always do. Fuck them niggas. They're ruining your life. That's my advice on that shit. But go vote. I want everybody to vote. Crackheads, go vote. Also vote for Carl Anthony for president next year, 2024. By the way, I will drone strike every last person that you saw in that video that I showed you a few moments ago. First 100 days. I'm in it for the people. So we do have our Philly bio of the week. It's a lady named Nancy Walker. She's some kind of old actress, bitch. No, you know what? I'm sorry. I should have said that. I'm sorry, Nancy. I shouldn't have said that. But that's how we Philly niggas talk, right? Nancy Walker bio. Let's see what her bio is here. Let's look it up. You guys can watch me look it up. I'll turn my sound down. Let me get my music up a little bit here. There you go. You know, let me change the music. And I see her bio. Nancy Walker biography. That doesn't look like Nancy Walker. That looks like that old bitch Nancy Pelosi. That's not Nancy Walker. That looks like Nancy Pelosi. Let's see what they say. Let me see. This looks like Nancy Pelosi to me, not Nancy Walker. Okay. Well, nobody said anything like, hey, dummy, wrong person. So let's check it out. Philly bio, they say she's from the crib. So let's get this up here. Share. Like to if you're watching on another channel, please, if you could. Subscribe to this channel, make it big. Like. Hit play.
Never was that saying more true than when sizing up the talents of that diminutive dynamo Nancy Walker. Born Anna Myrtle Smoyer in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on May 10, 1922. She lived a born-in-a-trunk existence as the daughter of vaudevillian Dewey Bartow, née Dewey Smoyer. At the time of his run of Broadway's Hellzapoppin', he was part of the comedy team of Bartow and Amp. Man, George Mann. Her sister, Betty Lou Bartow, also went on to have a musical career.
I don't think I gave my fair use credit to the Celebrity Posters channel. One moment.
It seems like it's mixing it up like AI wrote this.
Well, I think AI wrote everything. It's definitely a robot. That's not a person reading. That's the computer reading for sure. For sure. But anyway, it seems to be her. Says she was from Philly. Yes, sir.
Though she had designs on becoming a legit singer, it was hard for others to take Nancy seriously with her naturally aggressive manner backed up by this tiny frame. Comedy was definitely her forte. Broadway legend George Abbott picked up on her innate comic abilities immediately and set her up as his blind date in the Broadway musical smash, Best Foot Forward, in 1941. The show, starring June Allison, was a certifiable hit, and when MGM turned Best Foot Forward, 1943, into a musical film, Nancy, as well as June, went right along with it. Nancy continued giving top support for MGM in the Judy Garland, Mickey Rooney starrer Girl Crazy, 1943, and in Broadway Rhythm, 1944. Back on Broadway, Nancy all but stole the proceedings as the hoydenish cabbie Hildy Esther Hazy, who pursues a sailor on leave, in
You know how you know AI made this video, Volo? Can you see the video?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Have you noticed the pictures that they've been using?
It seems like it's everybody except for Nancy.
It seems like it's everybody with the first name Nancy. They just showed a picture of Nancy Reagan and Nancy Pelosi. And I bet you these models, I bet you what their first name is. Fucking Nancy, bro.
And to think that a student out there used this program to get an A in college.
No, the teacher gave this nigga F, like, nigga, go back, nigga. Matter of fact, here's a library card, nigga. Fuck you doing?
On the Town, 1944. After a brief first marriage,
Texas,
she met vocal coach David Craig during the 1948 run of Look, Ma, I'm Dancing, when she was plagued by vocal problems. They married a few years later. When Nancy left the show, she was replaced by her sister Betty. Other musical plaudits came her way, including Tony nominations for The Review, Phoenix, 55, and for her lead role in Do Re Mi, with Phil Silvers. Nancy experienced some tough, lean years in the late 1950s and 1960s until she found TV an accepting medium. She became popular all over again, and a household name to boot, as Rosie the waitress in a series of Bounty paper towel commercials. At around the same time, she won a regular role as Mildred, the sardonic maid on Macmillan and Amp. Wife, 1971. Her prototypical wife role, however, came as the outlandish Jewish mom Ida Morgenstern, mother of Valerie Harper's Rhoda character on Mary Tyler Moore, 1970. When Harper spun off into her own series Rhoda, 1974, interfering Ida was right alongside her still unmarried daughter, wreaking havoc. Alas, nominated for 8 Emmys and 4 Golden Globe Awards for her collective work on series TV, she never won. Her renewed popularity, however, led to a couple of TV star vehicles that plainly didn't suit her second banana talents. Neither lasted very long. She eventually moved into stage and film directing. Nancy made her final regular TV series appearance on the sitcom True Colors, 1990, playing another of her long line of delightfully brash Budinskis. During the run of the show, she was diagnosed with lung cancer and died just weeks before her 70th birthday in 1992.
Yeah, that's when I graduated high school. They showing the pictures like they showing her. That's Nancy Pelosi, you fucking idiots. Okay, so you know what? Rewind. I don't believe they have a video showing Nancy fucking Pelosi. Oh, so she even there's a thing when she died in 2002. Oh, from when Entertainment Tonight was on TV. Some guy John Flanagan. I want to put this.
She did it all. TV.
I used to love this TV show back in the day. Follow John Flanagan. Hit like. Let me give him his credit. Okay, so now we can see what she really looks like, because none of those people in that other video were her. Unbelievable. These motherfuckers put Nancy Pelosi and Nancy Reagan up for most of the pictures. Fuck is it? Yeah, that shit is out of control, bro. That was a comedy right there.
Mm-hmm.
But the story was correct, so there you go. So let's see what we got.
Movies and Broadway. But after battling lung cancer for 2 years, actress Nancy Walker died yesterday. She was 69. While she spent much of her career on the stage, it was her wisecracking routines on TV that people remember most. It is doubtful that anyone could have made as indelible an impression playing Valerie Harper's mom, Ida Morgenstern, as Nancy Walker.
Oh, she was Valerie Harper's mom?
Again, what's to win? It's family. Love. It's guilt. Same thing.
From a recurring role on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Walker went on to work on Harper's spinoff Rhoda. That was just one highlight of a career that began at the age of 10 months when she crawled on stage during her mom's vaudeville act. She hit New York as a 19-year-old comedian and was in the stage and film versions of Best Foot Forward, and she also appeared in Girl Crazy.
Say, miss. Oh, it's a talkie.
Were you looking for someone?
I'm just a blind date who's awful lonesome. So if there's a guy named Green on the premises, I'd like to have him step up and take the rap.
But Broadway was really her home, including the 1944 musical On the Town.
That's some old
During the
school
50s,
gangster
she appeared
shit.
on stage and TV with Bert
Step up
Lahr.
and take a lap,
Walter
nigga.
Kerr
What?
called them two of the greatest clowns this world possesses. She co-starred in Macmillan and Wife, and she made several sitcoms in recent years. At the time of her death, she was a regular in True Colors. Walker always loved comedy and quality.
I like working with good writing. I've been very fortunate.
I've met
Okay, yeah, I
very
know
good
the
writers
old version of her.
and worked with very good writers all my television life.
This morning, Valerie Harper fondly remembered Nancy Walker.
I can only say how sad I am, but how blessed that I got to be with her. And that we all had her for 50 years. She's a unique talent. I don't think there's anyone ever, before or since, that will ever do comedy as Nancy Walker.
Nice, that was cute. See, an actual video.
So you think you know?
Let's see what we got here. Who else made a video about her? Because I don't feel like reading. Nancy Walker, bio. Interview. I think that's good enough. I'm drained. All right. Final words.
Just to reiterate, Tuesday's Electors Day. Vote for me. Running for mayor of Philadelphia. If if within the cities, we got to do some changes. It's time to really, turn on the pressure. Let these fake politicians and the central authority know that this is our country too, and they're running it in the whole. With all these wars all around the world, and no focus on building just into a great nation, which it could be. We got to do it. We got to do that. That's all my commentary on that. Check me out on Volo, on Facebook and on Volo Television. I'm translating that back to. I'm giving it back to the children. Trying to explain, integration and all that stuff. We're going to do a little bit of that because we like doing mathematics, but we like translating it into making, video games and art and, sciences and things like that. I might try to find, what's his name? And what's the name of that show with Bismarck? You remember the old, huh?
The rapper?
Yeah, Bismarcky.
There's a show?
Yeah, he used to do a show with a real skinny guy, slim guy.
That sounds like some Reading Rainbow shit.
A children's show. Yeah, he used to do a children's show. I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna share that. Find some of them old shows.
Number one, Bismarck sounds like he was scared the fuck out of any kid. That show could not have lasted. Oh my god. Oh, what's going on? Oh my god.
Leave Bismarck alone. That's our Barney, man.
Oh, so a point of fact, I did meet Bismarck about it's probably 1 or 2 months before he died.
Yeah.
He was walking across the street in downtown LA by the with the old Staples Center, which is now the Crypto Center. And I was just walking across the street early in the morning, and I was going to get some breakfast because I was having a wild night. So I decided to go down there to get some breakfast because it was the only breakfast spot. And I walked across the street, and we crossed paths. Like, yo, fucking Biz, hey, yo. He was so nice, but we was like literally in the middle of the street crossing. Showed him some love, let him keep going.
Yeah.
So shout out to Bismarck. R.I.P. Biz.
R.I.P.
But nigga, that's good. So ugly. I mean, we he knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that. Any other final words?
Yeah, that's it. Check out my social media and hit the like button and share and all that good stuff and enjoy life.
Excellent. So we got 9 minutes left. So I'm gonna play a video until we leave. So you have one more responsibility since you brought up voting. What do you think is the kind of topic we need to hear from a local or national politician right now? If you could talk to a local or national politician and you want to hear him talk for 10 minutes, what do you want to hear him talk about?
I would say education, but they stupid. So yeah.
Again, this world isn't real.
I know.
So pick what you want. Education?
Morality.
You can't control morality. This is America. It's a free country.
I know. Especially family structure and all that good stuff.
Joe Biden,
I know.
Say the president.
I know. God damn it.
Morality.
Saying enlightenment is even worse.
So I think you first thing you said was education. So let's find education. Let's see. 1 minute. Let me see if there's one here. Oh, here it is. I think is this the only one I got for education? All right, so it's pretty short. So we're gonna play multiples. So we had education. What was the other one? Morality?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a third one. All right, so we're going to start with education, and this is my thoughts on education. Education is all over the place. The kids are not interested. They're very frustrated. And I used to work in an elementary school, Morrison Elementary. And one of the things we learned during our training when I was in the National School and Community Corps, which was AmeriCorps, started by Bill Clinton, props to him on that. Great program. I worked with the kids. And one of the things I learned is that there are actually 5 learning situations going on. 5 learning identities people have. Regular schools right now only really teach to 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3 when they wheel in the video machine and turn on the TV for you. But past that, they're really not teaching on all the aspects that our kids really have innately, especially now with the technology and the phones, and they're so fast and they've got so many things firing off. We really have to learn how to grasp our kids from an educational level in a multi-dimensional way to get them from all angles. Damn,
Hi, I'm Zoe Gong. As a traditional Chinese medicine
Dude, I got
and
commercials
food
on my
therapist,
shit.
I love using
Wait a minute, how come I ain't
Squarespace.
getting no goddamn money? Anyway, I am monetized on my president and my Mr. T page, but nobody watches my shit, so fuck you niggas. So that was one thing. And the next thing Volo said was morality, right? I think the middle class that is dying is a morality issue. So let's listen to that. Yeah, I like my own shit, right? So hey you guys, it's your guy, Carl Anthony, the average man with the master plan, running for president 2024, and I'm back again. Of course, I run as an independent because I hate both parties. But today I want to talk about what I call the death of the middle class. The middle class is dying, guys. I am in said middle class, and I'm hanging on by the shred of a tooth. Now, yes, my bills are paid. Yes, I have a nice little job, but I can't buy a home. I can't take care of a wife and children without her working. But my father, the boomer, they had this same opportunity with less education. I have not only 1 degree, I have 2 degrees, a bachelor's degree in graphic design, and I also have an associate's degree in software technology. Yes, sounds like I should be making a lot of money. We'll deal with that later. The point is the middle class is dying, guys. Look at the cost of living. Look at the cost of inflation. Look at the cost of everything that goes up. My parents got out of their high school, went and got trade jobs. My dad went to the military, came back and became an officer, and they eventually bought a house. No problem, and that house cost them $30,000. A 2-level, full 3-bedroom house with a basement in Philadelphia. $30,000. I found out recently that house is now worth $200,000 to $300,000. Okay, so my parents, literally, if they had the same jobs they had today that they had when they were kids and young and in their 20s, they couldn't afford the house that they have purchased. They wouldn't have the pensions that they use in their older age now to keep things going and be comfortable. We don't have that in modern times. We have the 401k, which is really not a pension. It's us paying for our own retirement. And our jobs simply don't pay enough to cover full family circumstances. I, as mentioned, have multiple degrees. I should be able to take care of a family by myself and get a home and be fine. But that is not true. We would live like poor people, essentially. And that's because the middle class is dying. And I want to talk about how can we save the middle class. Now, if you guys don't know, The middle class was a great experiment by the United States government back in the 20s and 40s and in the World War days. Previous to that, worldwide, there was no middle class. There was only peasants and kings. You guys remember that, right? And indentured servants who could maybe transition into higher levels of society. This became America's great project. So after World War I and World War II, and 7 million guys came back, they had programs, housing, the GI Bill, all types of programs that put Americans into jobs and homes. And since most of the rest of the world was damaged from the war, we were able to recover and be high producing manufacturers, which used to be the core. You remember the old commercials? Made in America. Talking to my brothers. But you remember the old commercials, Made in America. Remember that was an important thing? Having an actual Made in America sticker on something you bought. Now, it's all made in China, Japan, Taiwan, Mexico, everywhere but here because it's cheaper. We have outsourced all of the good manufacturing jobs that made America the great place it is, made the middle class the great thing it is, and made the families the great thing that we came from, who they are. But now, since all those things are gone, we don't produce anything. We just consume and manage now. So unless you're in the tech field or some sort of other management field, you're essentially left with nothing of high quality to work for. And we need to return this to America. Now you would say, okay, Carl, well, how are we going to do that? How are we going to convince corporations to come back and build here? I have two plans for that scenario. Plan number one is we gotta make America business friendly and then put constraints on them for hiring and pay afterwards. One of the flaws to a lot of laws and changes that we make is we'll do things to make business build, but we won't make any constraints on how much they have to pay people or who they have to hire. And they end up underpaying people, taking advantage of the money, and not giving the American people or government what they deserve for the benefits we provided. I want to change that. And it does start with low interest rates and costs for businesses to build in certain places, especially the most desolate places in America, your Phillies, your Detroits, your small places in Mississippi, South Carolina, all over this country, the Midwest, Central America, up in the mountains, everywhere, right? I'm cutting it right there. So that's one way I'm going that we're going to help bring manufacturing back. Check out my videos and shit. I got a lot of great solutions and shit. But anyway, remember, guys, check out our show. The My Part of Town podcast is what we're on today. And that's our show for Wednesday. On Saturday, we got the Volo and Buttheads Tech-A-Palooza. So My Part of Town podcast. Volo and Buttheads Tech-A-Palooza on Saturdays or Sunday, depending on how I'm doing makeup. And then on Mondays, we got the Noodle Free Mondays podcast. Remember, guys, love is good, life is better. Do something that's going to make you last forever. Because 20 to 30 years after you were gone, you may become a never. Get it done. And this is My Part of Town podcast. Be out. Have good morals. That's why Volo asked about morality. Me in the streets. And as a coon would say,